that shit. I am so rocked on sleepy medicine. I feel high in a bad way. How the fuck are you? Good morning and welcome to the classiest place on earth. I hope you're doing fucking amazing. I see it's someone's birthday. Whose fucking birthday? Whose birthday? Glorious. It's my birthday? Mackenzie, happy birthday. Happy birthday. This is your day to have a lot of fun. We're all waiting for the celebrating. So this is your day. Happy birthday to you, motherfucker. I hope it's wonderful. Thank you for coming by here on your birthday, Lord. Gummy just kicked in. Oh my God, darling. Do you remember like last year? Oh my gosh. One time I was streaming real early in the morning, as usual, and I had a headache. And so I was like, why not take an edible? And I did it before stream and then started stream, forgot I took an edible. And then like 2 hours into stream, it kicked in. And I was just like talking to you guys. And all of a sudden I felt like I was on a ship doing this. And I was like, I think I'm dying. I don't know what's happening. It took me like 15 minutes to realize I took an edible. Completely forgot. Edibles are scary. Happy fucking birthday. And Najio, happy birthday to your daughter. Are you guys going to do anything fun? How old is she? Is she itty bitty? Is she still fun ages? Fuck, oh, dude, yeah. That was literally, it was like, I think I literally looked at the camera and was just like, oh my God, the edible kicked in. Edibles are so, they're fucking sneaky, which is why I tend to stay away from them. I like to know when I'm going to be high and I like to know when it's going to be over with. No, not right now. I have not taken an edible today. No, hell no. I had a really bad migraine yesterday all day. It was horrible. I apologize for not being here. I don't know. My head's broken. I have so much like guilt just racked up when I can't hang out. Like it's like partially selfish. I just miss the fuck out of you guys. I love what I do. I like streaming and I hate being in pain. Like who the fuck wants to be in pain? That sucks. And when you have a migraine, it's like, I mean, it's the most, I just cried. I don't know what to do. It's so horrible. Good morning, Silver. You might have a girlfriend soon, if not already. I mean, like you haven't like asked the official question. God, it's so weird being an adult and being like, will you be my boyfriend? One bad trip. All my friends would say to calm me down was, you took drugs. This is what happens. What I heard was was a doomed response telling me that this is the consequences of my actions instead of soothing. Yeah, that's not very nice. That's not a good way to go about edibles. That's not a very nice way to go about edibles. What? Absolutely not. Really stove up like at all? You know, for me, I'm kind of the same. It's a major hit or miss when it comes to edibles for me. Sometimes I'll take a micro dose of like 5 milligrams and be high for a week. I've eaten a 250 milligram candy bar and felt nothing. Like nothing at all for days. I mean, I waited. Like you're like, oh, it'll kick it. Nothing. I don't know. I really think it just depends on the edible. It's so weird. Oh my God, I'll be your boyfriend, girlfriend. Something's getting delivered today. Oh my God, BDO. And I don't have to battle the P.O. box. If only. She's 10 and we're having a birthday party for both my kids in the community room today. We had to cancel my son's birthday party due to a death in the family. Oh, bummer. That's sad. I mean, I'm sure he understands though. Like who the fuck wants to have a birthday party right after someone dies? That's sad. I'll be your demon. You can be my demon. I have a lot of demons. It'd be totally fine. Suffice to say, I managed to calm myself down by accepting the chaos and sense of doom and despair and thrived in it. I feel very, very grateful. I've never had a bad high when it's just pot. I mean, I have definitely smoked things. I mean, I've always purposely smoked pot, but I'm pretty sure people have put other things in the pot because I've been a different kind of high before. Oh, you saw Avatar Way of Water, and it's okay. I heard it was very meh. Yeah, the reviews are not great. I'd say wait for it to go to the cheap theaters. No shit. The visuals are amazing. The story is only okay, and the pacing is terrible. It's a 3-hour movie. I think the only time I am still for 3 hours is when I'm asleep. Or it just puts me to sleep. Yeah, no, totally. I totally get that. Honestly, the only reason I have edibles around is for when I can't sleep or if I just have like mind-blowing cramps at night and I can't sleep because of that, then I'll take edibles. But other than that, she's the most attractive woman I might be lucky to date. When we've been talking since like 12, that's super cute. I'm very excited for you. I hope everything goes. I hope it's positive. I'm sad about Avatar: Way of Water. I liked the first one. I have a lot of qualms with Avatar though. Like it's cool, but it's very pretentious. Like I understand. Like I actually watched. Is it James Cameron is the director guy? I'm really bad with names. Whoever the director is of these crazy movies. I can't remember who it is. I watched an interview of him the other day. I'm really bad at this names thing. It's terrible. Is it Cameron? Thank you. I watched an interview of him just talking about his films, and he was talking about Avatar and stuff like that. And he's like, I wrote Avatar like 16 years ago, and it was to save the environment. Like that was the gist of it. Like he was like, I just want to bring attention to the environment and what we're doing. And like first qualm, you could take the billions you're spending on making these weird alien movies where people fuck their horses with their ponytail, and you could use that. You could like use that money to, maybe save the environment. I don't know. Help. I don't know. Just a fucking thought. Second thing, how come you fuck with your ponytail, but also you bond with your horse with your ponytail? Like, how many people are you just accidentally fucking with your ponytail clingies? Those things that look like the thing that crawls in your ear in Animorphs. Like, what? No one, everyone makes the joke. Everyone talks about it. No one can tell me. How are we fucking your horse? Or are you riding your, I just don't know. It just feels like you could, I mean, how much money does it take to make one of those movies? And I'm not saying it's bad, like they're giving people jobs. Obviously, they're providing lots of jobs for lots of awesome people. Totally get it. But it's bajillions of dollars spent on making like these subpar like digital movies that you could use on actually like preserving the environment. Or I don't know, maybe like help some places in Michigan have clean running water. Just me, I guess. I don't fucking know. It is just me. I feel like a hippie. It's Fern Gully with better graphics, literally, and no Tim Curry, which is the big loss here. This is more of the same. No shit. It's very heavy-handed with the symbolism, colonialism, environmentalism, parallels to the Iraq Vietnam Wars, really. But it's just in water. That's kind of a bummer. I liked the first. I enjoy them. I should start with that. I do like the Avatar movies. They're beautiful. I like animation, like digital graphic animation is gorgeous. The talent behind what they do and like the mocap and everything is phenomenal. But I just, okay, sure. Oh my God, a story? What kind of story? Wait, what kind of story, Najeel? I gotta think of one. Do you have a theme? I reckon it serves as a unifying bond, not so much fucking. I hope so. It was just weird. Because I think he gets his like pterodactyl before he fucks her, right? Or before he ponytails the chick. I can't remember. I haven't seen the first one in a long time, but I'm pretty sure he ponytails the horse before he ponytails his girlfriend. And I was just like, wait, that's not what I do. But sure, they're beautiful. I enjoy them. I should say that. Did you see in the Avatar's director's cut that they smoke a cigarette after pulling the connector away after riding the animal? Shut up. No. That's fucking beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. We should cheers, Mishy. Absolutely. Thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving names for 8 fucking months. I cleaned my bong, but I have a stoner bowl of. I actually got another. I hate saying it like this because it feels like a flex, but I got an ounce of weed for $65 again. It's so dumb. It just feels like thievery. I got new weed, but it's literally just an ounce of one strain because it was $65. Which is crazy. Legal weed is insane. It's blueberry headband too, which is like a really good strain. I only do the 65, the full ounce of it if it's a dope strain that I really, really enjoy. And the last one was Cindy White, and this one's blueberry headband. Those are great. Blueberry anything. I love those strains. So yeah, it's by Classics Flower. It says it's a hybrid. Let me see. Wow, the writing's small. Hold up. I'll read you what it says. Oh my God. I don't have my glasses. This is so embarrassing. It's a hybrid, blah, blah, blueberry headband. It doesn't say the THC anywhere. That's nice. Okay, I can't tell you anything. I don't know. I know nothing. Blueberry headband. But I do have a stoner bowl from last night. Dalfinis, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving Inanity swings for so fucking long.
Cheers, by the way, my bitch. I love you.
Ooh, lemon haze and a new bubbler. Ooh, what kind of bubbler did you get? It's bespoke artisan weed prices. It's disgusting. You can spend a lot of money on weed, like in legal states too. If I go and I buy 6 different strains, I can get an eighth of every strain they have. It could cost me literally up to $400. It it is all over the place. I think honestly the price is for the individual packaging. You're paying for all that individual packaging, whereas full ounce 65. It's just crazy because living in fucking Maryland, where it was still a felony, an ounce was $250 of skag shit. Which I still have, which is crazy. I still have my skag weed from Maryland. Good morning, Rockwell. Cheers, everyone. Happy Stony Saturday. Pulling a Zeke all day, every day. Wait, a show called CKY? I remember the band CKY, and I remember Bam Margera and Viva La Bam, and CKY was his older brother's band. Is that what you're talking about? I was obsessed with Viva La Bam. I'm not kidding, I have a picture of myself in college kissing a poster of Viva La Bam on my dorm room wall. I was obsessed. He is broken, man. I don't know. I mean, wow. What a tunnel he's fallen down. Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. I don't know if he's in the ICU. He's been in and out of rehab for ages. I kind of had to stop following it because it just broke my heart. I don't have obviously I don't have like a personal connection to Bam other than I grew up watching him and his friends. Like you guys know, if you're my age, Jackass, Viva La Bam, Wild Boys, so on and so forth is what we grew up on. Like I grew up watching my PA boys fuck in the snow. You know what I'm saying? And it just I can't watch him anymore. Like it's just sad. Sally, you fuck. Thank you for the biddies. Oh my god, are we on a hype train? Thank you. Beth Freeman, good morning. Ooh, Delta's legal in Texas. Delta is legal in Texas. That's amazing. I didn't think Texas would ever do that. I still get my Cali stuff through a service. At least you have that option though, right? Like it's so fucking weird that I drove across the country like I don't know how to word it. I drove across the country with an ounce of weed in my car that was a felony until I got to Colorado. And then suddenly people were just like, why do you have this shag weed? You know what I mean? Like when you drive across the country, I mean, I guess, you think of a country, the rules are pretty much the same. Like if you go to Europe, all the little countries are, a country, pretty much the rules are the rules of that country. But in the States, every state has different rules. But there's no, God, these buds are huge. There's no, what's the word I'm looking for? There's no border patrol or something. You know what I mean? So like if you ever get a chance to go to Europe and drive between countries, you'll usually have to go through some sort of border thing because you're literally going to another country. You have to show your passport and shit. And in the US, you do not. You can drive across the entire United States and there's never a border. You're going to cross a million state lines and you'll never even know it unless you see a state sign that's like, welcome to Oklahoma or whatever. But if you happen to be speeding and a cop pulls you over and smells pot, they can search your car and be like, oh, you came from a state where this is legal, but you just crossed into a line where it's not, and now it's a felony, and now you're going to jail. It's so weird. It's the weirdest, I just don't understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand it. But I've heard Delta's great. I've heard Delta 8 is really nice. It's just weaker. You just smoke a little bit more. Rip OG Bam, yeah. I mean, we all knew he'd have issues when he was a kid, though, right, Fuzzy? Even I'm younger than Bam. How old is Bam now? They're older than me. I think they're all about 4 to 5 years older than me, ish. But even as a kid, I remember being in middle school and elementary school watching him and thinking oh, he's fucked up. The way he treated his parents and stuff, the other guys, there was always just something a little different than Bam. With Bam, I guess. like, he's a good guy. He was always trying to save friends, like, Novak and, oh god, what was the other guy's name that was hooked on heroin? And he, like, basically trapped them in his house to sober them up and save them. Like, he has a good heart, but he's got shit, man, and you could see it when he was younger too. And I honestly, like, a lot of people say it was, his downfall or whatever was due mostly in part to, Ryan Dunn passing away. If you didn't know, Ryan Dunn, drunk drove his Porsche into a tree at, like, 100 miles an hour or something crazy like that. And, like, I think that might have been the tipping, like, that was, like, his, "Ew," but he was already on the way. Like, he was already such an alcoholic and was just kind of, like, getting older and trying I don't know, I was watching him, like, he got married a couple times, I think. I think he's been married twice now, but he tried getting married and he had a kid or he had a couple kids or something like that. But he kept trying to be his self as he was when he was like 23, like putting a gorilla costume on and shitting on his dad or something like that. And it's like I don't know how to balance those two things, but there comes a point where you kind of gotta settle down without settling down. I don't know, and I just think he never found that balance, and that really fucked him up, and it breaks my heart. I don't know. Sorry to go on a tangent about him. I really liked Vila Bam as a kid. Maryland will be recreational July 1st. That's fucking amazing. I hope it's not stupid expensive. The edibles are legit kind of strong. I've had Cali stuff, and the Delta 9 can hold its own, but it's hit and miss. Yeah, I need to go to Colorado and dude, Colorado weed will fuck you up. It's wild. Dude, snake skin on my desk. It's fine. When Eliza and I drove here, we drove here from Baltimore. Eliza drove over with me. We arrived and Zach had already gone and bought us weed. He didn't know what to buy. He just went to the dispensary and got got an eighth or something for us. So when we arrived, we'd have weed because we drove for like 25 hours straight. And I thought it was the lack of sleep, but holy shit. I think it's a combination of the weed here is phenomenal. And it's the elevation, the lack of oxygen. It was like getting high for the first time. I was so fucking high. It was great. Yeah, Bam was always, he was really trying hard to be cool. Yes. Are they all 40 plus? No shit, Vile? Damn. 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 I didn't know that. Yeah, Dunn. I loved Ryan Dunn. Ryan Dunn was my favorite. That was horrible. That was so horrible, but like, it's such a confusing thing. You guys know I have a brother who died of a drunk driving accident. And coming from that angle, it's so hard to be sad when they did it to themselves. You know what I mean? Like, I'm still angry at my brother. Like, I'm sad, but I'm fucking angry. It's a really weird. You're sad. Like, it's overwhelmingly sad. I should say that with like this gauze of just anger all over it. Just a thin gauze of just like, what the fuck? We all know what happens when you drink and drive. The fuck? Like, it's not like, oh my God, they drunk and drove. Like, that doesn't happen. You know what I mean? It's that like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You fucking idiot. I listen to Steve-O's podcast. Steve-O's one that he's been through the ringer, and Steve-O and Knoxville have both been through the ringer and managed to come out on the other side. It's possible. I mean, most of that crew has come out on the other side fine. Like, I know Novak's still sober. Who's the other guy? There's two. I can't remember the other guy. There was Novak and one other dude that were like side guys. They kind of weren't part of the main crew, but it was because Bam like adopted them. Aaron, thank you, Aaron. Danger Aaron. Thank you, Danger Aaron. Thank you, Vile. Yes. They're both great now. Like, I've seen them on Steve-O's podcast a couple times, and they're clean, and they talk about Bam. Like, it's horrible. It's sad to listen to. But I really enjoy Steve-O's fucking funny. Oh my God, Steve-O was in a movie recently. Like, his podcast was featured in a movie recently. What was it that I watched? Oh, it was so weird. What was it? Oh my God. Oh, that's gonna bother me. Oh, I don't remember. Fuck. Vissy, my love, how are you? I'm excited for you to come visit me. Hello, Vex. Good morning. Grief rage. Exactly. Some people escape their fuck ups, some don't. I mean, they all escape it. It's just like, what way? The tragic way or the go on way? Boredom and confidence. Yeah. Yeah. When Bam and Dunn did their Zoomies tours, I met both of them. Oh, they were both pretty cool. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. That's amazing. I would have died. My sister accidentally killed herself with a bad drug combo. I'm sorry, Fuzzy. It's the worst. It's the worst. And that was my brother. Drunk. He went and got a beer after work and drove home, and he wasn't even plastered. Like, that's the thing. You don't have to be plastered to get in a drunk driving accident, and it's so, like, it's fury inducing. I have a lot of anger. When I think of my friends I had that would have ended up the same way if they had a decent camera back then, at least 1/4 of the group is a BAM in situation. That's so sad. I'm glad I wasn't a BAM. I never felt the need to, like, be in a group. Like, if I didn't feel like I was driving with a group of people, I didn't feel the need to, like, be more of that group. I was just like, "Oh, that's not my group." Like, you know what I mean? Those aren't my people. I've never felt the need to try to get someone to like me, I guess. But I've always accepted certain people won't like me. I'm very annoying. The biggest disaster I have when I drink too much is a $100 cab ride. To heck with driving. 100%. Seriously, when I was in college, the worst thing that would happen when we went out drinking is our car would get towed or we'd get a boot on it because we left it downtown and hiked back up to the dorms. I mean, I just don't understand. It's everybody knows what happens. And even if you have a couple beers and you're like, I shouldn't drive, but I know I can make it home. I'm close to home. What what are you winning? What are you accomplishing? You're not proving anything. You're winning some stupid little, like, contest in your head. Like, oh, I bet I can get him. Fuck off. Get a cab. If you can't afford the cab, you can't afford the bar. Stay home. It was so sad to see Ryan die. That was crushing to me. I agree. I think that might have been the start of a lot of them trying to clean up. I think so too. I think Dunn dying was a turning point for a lot of them, mostly for the good, and unfortunately Bam just but I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, I don't this is just let's just say this is just, like, from the outside in, just the viewership point of view. It looks like his parents just spoiled him absolutely putridly rotten, and he just has never been told no in his life. And as an adult, and I'm talking adult as in, like, a person who has to pay bills and pay taxes and live on their own and, like, feed themselves, you have to grow up. You have to accept no. No is gonna happen a lot. Like, you see all the shit he would do to his parents, and granted, that was for the show, I understand, it was film crews, da da da, his parents were obviously okay with it, but he did some like, so much. He tortured them. He tortured them. Wild. No peer Katie says no to peer pressure. You couldn't I'm like the opposite of peer pressure. I have that obstinance disorder where the moment you try to pressure me to do something, I'm probably never gonna do it again in my life. Like, I will if you're like, "Have a drink with us, Katie," and I'm like, "No, I'm cool. I don't drink." "Well, you're no fun." I'd be like, "Guess how unfun I can become." And I will become the most unfun person you've ever hung out with in a bar. Ever! I will shit my pants. I don't give a shit. Don't come at me like that. Fuck off. I'm your DD, for fuck's sake. My brother won't stop driving on his way home from the bar, and he won't listen to anyone about it. I'm so sorry, Vespin. I mean, I'm not, like, not to, like, talk ill of the dead, but my brother did the same like, for 5 years. He'd go to the bar every day after work, drive home. It just took that one day. And it'll be one day. I mean, it's inevitable. No one survives doing that shit forever. It's horrible. Not to, like, you know what I mean? It's horrible. It's just, I feel it. I feel you. You got Snowvile? No shit. Did it stay? It should be there today. Oh my God. Am I getting 2 things in the mail today? Shall we cheers? I'll cheers with you. I packed a bowl. Cheers. Good morning, Pagan. Dude, Fuzzy, that's me and Zach. We're not, like, teetotalers or anything, obviously. But, like, unless we're, in Montana at a bar with his family, because that's what they wanted to do, we have no alcohol in our house. We don't drink at all. And it's not like we sat down and had this conversation like, you know what, we should stop drinking. It was like, I've never liked alcohol. My dad's dead from alcohol, brother dead from alcohol. Lots of extended family dead from alcohol. I think it's kind of gross. I don't like being hungover. All of it sucks, in my opinion. Some beers are tasty. Some whiskeys are tasty, but I don't drink them to get drunk. I drink them like with a meal or in front of a fireplace to get warm or something. You know what I mean? And Zach, he used to do shots for every for subs or resubs or some kind of thing like that. I can't. It's so long ago, I don't remember. But he would do like shots or like something for resubs and stuff like that. And when we moved in together, he straight up told me, he's like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I was like, really? You don't want to, for the lurkers, thank you. You don't want to do, like, is there a reason, like, out of nowhere, is there a reason? He's like, I feel like I was doing it because I was bored. And when you're here, I'm quite literally never bored. And he kind of, he said it with a little bit of a, like, I'm never bored with you in the house. And I was like, you know what? You're welcome. But for real, like, that was, and the other thing is, by the time stream was over, because he would take shots, throughout the stream precariously. And that's not the right word, randomly, whatever. And then by the time stream was over, he'd be getting hungover, and it sucked. So like, he streams from 11 to 7 our time. I'm off around 3 to 4. And so from 7 p.m. until midnight, that's our time to hang out. And if our only time to hang out, he's hungover and grumpy the whole time, fuck that. Fuck that. And he just straight up was like, I'm not going to do it anymore. Magnissimo, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving the native swings, motherfucker. I appreciate you. Shout out for Beth Freeman! Support art. What do you guys think of all this fucking AI art shit going around? Oh my god, Raced, I watched it. The Peripheral is so good. Oh my god, if you guys haven't watched The Peripheral, it's so weird because I have not seen one like commercial or ad for it or anything. I hadn't seen anything. It was like is it on Prime? I think it's Amazon Prime. It was just like on the main page. And I saw it had what's her name? The main girl, the blonde girl. Oh my god, I just blanked on her name. I really like her. What is her name? Moretz. Chloe Moretz. Chloe something Moretz. Is that her name? Chloe Grace Moretz. Thank you, River. River saves for real. Chloe Grace Moretz. Yeah, she's great. I've kind of followed her career since she was itty bitty, because even when she was an itty bitty kid in movies, she was captivating. I don't know what it is. She's got a great face for acting. And she's amazing. I really enjoy her. And I saw she was the cover of it, and I read the description, and I was like, that seems like up my alley. And I remember I put it on just casually on my PC one day after stream, and I was just like cleaning the house, and I turned it off immediately. I was like, oh, this is a show I have to pay attention to. Like, I have to sit and watch. Because it's one of those shows where like all the little things mean something. And holy shit. So I made Zach watch it with me, and we binged it in 2 nights. It's so good. I think the AI art thing is theft. I'm happy to announce that my new project, 28 AI generated pictures with 1,000 AI generated words. I don't know what that means. I hate it. I've been screaming about how bad it is for artists, and people have talked to me like I'm silly, like artists. It's the worst. It's the worst. I don't think it's right. I understand and I see the point of view of, oh, it's just amalgamating art from across the internet. It's not copying, or it's not plagiarizing or whatever. The biggest argument I keep seeing for it, like pro this AI art shit, is that all art is copied. I'm so tired of hearing that. As someone who went to art school, go fuck. You want to know how many times I heard that in art school? Shut up. Shut the fuck up. How is it same? I don't I mean, that's like me saying, oh, well, I just cut the head off of Ariel and put it on my drawing of a body that I traced from, Scorpion King. So it's mine, because they didn't do that. It's mine. Like, it's original now. But I think there's quite a huge difference between those two things. Hold up. Drake is Dark, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it native swings for 9 months in a row. Our baby is born, and we will feast upon its flesh tonight.
Hail the Dank Lord, and thank you.
And Rin, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving it native swings for 21 fucking months. I appreciate you. God damn. I just wanted to let you know that you are is enough. Okay. Thank you. I look at AI art like I look at music sampling. I don't know how I feel about it. It's transformative and sometimes enhancing if you work really hard on prompting it and understanding the process. But man, a large chunk of it's just
2
dreadful.
months, you
And
came
that's like,
back!
You came back.
man, crack me back. Ugh. It's like
Hail some Satan,
it's so hard to put words to it for me because I'm angry about it. I think it's gross. Magnissimo, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Beth, you silly fuck. Beth, you know what's up. Consensuality emotes and refresh the channel so you don't have to suffer ads. I appreciate you. I will sit up straighter. Kona, thank you so much for summing the class, keeping the class alive, and giving any springs for 4 fucking months. I appreciate you. That is a very long time. Thank you for sticking with us. And that's, Mag, you fucking took the words out of my mouth. I was just gonna say, there's gonna be a point where we don't have art to pull from anymore because no one's paying artists. No one's supporting the artists that these AI generators are pulling from. You know what I'm saying? Like, these AI generators, artificial intelligence art generators, are pulling from the internet and just like putting it together. And at a certain point, artists are going to stop making shit and putting it on the internet because no one's paying for it. No one's supporting them. Like, art comes from a human. Like, it always core comes from a person who, you know, was probably paid for their time, hopefully paid for their time. You know what I'm saying? Always. It's always going to come from a human. It's like, you know, there's story generators on the internet that you can put in, like, write a story about Katie conquering slugs and it'll generate a story. But it is pulling words, phrases, and things that it's learned from human written things on the internet. Does that make sense? It's never going to be just this artificial intelligence creating something. They don't create. It's because it's artificial intelligence. But then that's where people start arguing, like, what's creating? I think a human creates. A human wrote the program that creates the AI code that creates the AI art, but it's still pulling from artists. Thank you, Mag. Beth, no, it's totally cool. I'm still talking about it. No, I'm angry about it. No, it's totally cool. It's something that needs to be talked about because it's like, you know, if you're not in the circle of artists on the internet, i.e., you're either paying them for things that you need for your content creation or so on and so forth, whatever, commissioning them for Christmas presents. By the way, commission artists for Christmas presents. It's a great idea. Unless you're in that sphere, I see a lot of people that are like, oh, I just downloaded this fun app on my phone and it just made my face look prettier than it normally does. And that's it. And they paid that app like $8. And this is no shade on anyone that did it. If you didn't know, and who know? Why would you know? Why would you know? It's weird. We'll see in anime. See, that's the thing. I think some of the AI stuff is, oh my God, that's fucking beautiful though. Stop it. Let us all die at that. I just wish I could find the artist that it was pulled from. You know what I mean? Because it's cool. He was the closest thing to a human being I'd ever seen without actually being one. Oh my God. Speaking of NFTs, do you guys see Trump announced like NFTs of himself painted or something? I always pay my artists. I always credit my artists. I always tip my artists, even if they say they don't need it. 100%. Same. I do it if I get a tattoo. I do it if I pay someone to make me emotes. That's the way it is. That's the way it should be. I don't know, man. And that's another thing. Like, are people gonna like gift each other AI art or something? Like, will someone like print off one of those AI things and like gift it to someone else and be like, look what I made for you? I don't know. It's such a weird thing because I get the arguments. I just don't like them. And I still think it's kind of like not okay. Skynetty thing? Oh, I hate that so much, Vile. I saw that. Off my head. My dog just sat on my headphones. I saw that. It is beyond scary. I hate it so much. Dude. AI is amazing. I'm not hating on like the concept of it. I think it probably has a use. It probably has a use somewhere. It's just in the word in the like just the common person just using it excessively like that, I think can be, I don't know how to word it. I understand. I think it's cool too. Like, I think there's a practical use for stuff like that. And they're fun in a gimmicky way, but they can be used for evil, I guess. Those apps have an EULA that now grants the app owners the rights to any photos or images you give them to that you give I can read, or images you give them to, then use and sublicense however you want without your consent. Why would so thinking on that term, why would any artist ever post their art on the internet ever again without like some huge ugly watermark on it? Ever. They sold out of Trump NFTs. What if he bought his own though? I thought the NFT thing like crashed. What's happening? I talked to that dude that mashed my muscles about tattoos most of the time. Dude, that's dope. No one has ever mentioned like I think about that sometimes when I go get a massage. Like I've got some weird tattoos on my body. No one ever says a thing. They never say a thing. I think they might be scared of me. We can talk about your tattoo artist for the entire show if you like. You mean Jenna Kerr? She touched this arm. She's in me. This sleeve is so tight. Oh my god, I feel like a fucking sausage. Ow. Oh god. Jenna Kerr, yes. She's actually from Liverpool but lives in Wales, and that's where I got my tattoo done. I was trying to pull this sleeve up to show you. Let me put lotion on it just because Mag brought it up. We got to talk about Jenna Kerr and her fucking amazing everything. She ashy. It's not impossible that Trump NFT was used to launder money. I mean, that's what I was thinking. That was my immediate thought, Mag. I'm not even kidding you. He's in so much deep shit for all this tax fraud stuff, and like he's not favored anymore or something. Like, you know, people like DeSantis or something over him, which is still gross and disgusting. I don't even know. But I think he's kind of panicking a little. You know? No shit. Buying your own NFT is a tactic NFT artists does to use to sell them again. I didn't know that at all. I had no idea. No, we can always. I mean, I actually, according to my genetics, I have a large chunk of me that is ancestrally Welsh. I'm American, obviously. This is my beautiful Jenna Kerr. It's so hard to get my arm like turned. Honestly, I don't know how she did this tattoo because I can't get my arm to show it flat. There it is. She's gorgeous. Turn that way. It's so beautiful. It really is. I don't know, man. She's so fucking talented. And if you go check her out, she is I'm not being like I don't say this lightly, and Magnissimo knows. She is one of the most flawless humans I've ever been up close in person with. You know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen a skincare ad and you're like, that's not real? People have pores. Some people don't. Jenna doesn't. Like, you want to feel unpretty, sit next to her for a minute. But she creates art equally as fucking stunning as she is. This is my Witchblade gauntlet with my dark crystal missing a shard and my diamond because I liked it, so I put a ring on it, and my rupee. For Eliza gave me a rupee the first time we ever met. Actually, this is the one I'm usually think about when I get a massage. This puppy. I've got a big old scythe, like a reaper's scythe down my body, like a big one. And a rose petal for every kid I had to. And I just don't really wait, she got engaged. Is it to the same dude I wonder if it's the same dude she was with when I was there. I hope so. He was so sweet. She was dating someone when I went there. I think he was a recording artist or something. It's the same dude. Oh, that makes me happy. He's a really sweet man. This tattoo, brief history of it. This won't count as your story, Najil. I'm gonna come up with a better one. Brief history of it. So I found Jenna Kerr on Twitter, on Instagram, and I saw her tattoos. She does lots of these beautiful, lacy, kind of just gem work, just phenomenal tattoo work. And I was like, oh my fucking God, I would die to have a tattoo done by her. And I'm not kidding you. It wasn't like a contest, but she was promoting a new tattoo ink that she was sponsored with. And so she had like she put out a call to arms, no pun intended, and she wanted to do a full arm tattoo, have creative control over it with this new kind of ink. And you would have to go to Wales and go to this really fancy ass manor in the hills of Wales. It was gorgeous. And we sat in this fucking like gold and white mirrored ballroom for 13 hours while they did like a filming of it and a speed thing, which I think is on her Instagram somewhere. If it's not anymore, I don't know. It's on the ink site. I'll find it someday. But they put like a camera over my arm and they did like a time lapse of it, but having to stay perfectly still for that while getting this tattoo was hell, and sitting for 13 hours was pure hell. But that guy came and brought us all like coffees and snacks all day. He would just come in, see how we were doing, wander out. He was so sweet. He treated her like a princess, like she deserves. It was amazing. Livoshka, my love, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the class alive, and giving an A to Swings, Honey Bean. How are you? No worries, Najio. When you come back, or if you don't come back today and I see you tomorrow or the next day or whatever, I owe you a story. I was just trying to think of a good one. It's just early. Oh, my Bill. Does she not? Oh, my God. Has anyone seen Rod's puppy? You guys have seen Rod's puppy, right? They're genetically perfect kids. I just cannot. Mag, Rod got a puppy, and I'm not kidding you. The puppy is these puppies' cousin. Like, they have the same something. They came from the same breeder, and it's not a backyard breeder, mass breeder. They have 2 studs and like a couple females that they work with, and that's it. Very small scale breeding. So, oh my God, you just farted, and it's so bad. Look at Trick back there. My boy. But yes, if you didn't know, Rod got a puppy yesterday from the same breeder these 2 guys came from. And they remembered Zach and I, which was pretty funny. But his baby girl, she's a chocolate. So this is Lilith. She's considered a cafe au lait, I think is what it is. Yeah, a phantom cafe au lait. I don't know. It's just like, it's like she has these deer marks, you know? Like kind of that, the dark and the pale mixed. That's what it means. You're tangled. Trick is my beautiful void boy. We all know Trick is perfect. And then Rod's puppy is a chocolate, but her eyes look like Lilith's, and I hope they stay that way. So the reason Zach picked out Lilith, I don't know if you can't tell in these lights here. Her eyes are like seafoam green with like little gold flecks in them. They're fucking gorgeous, and I hope Rod's puppy gets the same eyes because they're so beautiful. Do we need to take a break? Okay, hold up. Hold up. Natty Elf, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I knew I missed something. Dan is going to his first. Oh my God, he's doing his first Lego on stream. Shut up. When is he going to do it? Is he doing it right now? Of course, he probably is doing it right now, huh? Damn it. You tried to wake up early, woke up in my desk. Oh, Genova, how's life going? That's the puppy. Oh, I love you so much, Gleb. Yes. Oh, you have to see her eyes. God, they're stunning. They're stunning. Stunning. Look at her. Her name is Zelda. Look at her baby. Look at her baby. Oh my God, she's so tiny. Look at her. Oh no. Look at her. Zelda baby. Ooh, that's how big my babies were. Oh, I know. Oh, she's perfect. I'm not crying. She just looks so much like my dogs. Like, I have to show you guys. Rod sent me a couple pictures of her this morning, and her eyes are so stunning, but she looks exactly like Lilith when we got her. I swear to God. Like, it's just the same face and those big green eyes. It's just, man, I get way too emotional. Hold up. Here, I'm gonna send him to my Discord. Let's take a break real quick because my dogs are farting and I think they need to go take a shit or something. No. Oh, Brian, I would be done. Puppies are the end of me. Ask Rod if I think he might be live right now. I don't know. But if you guys ever see Rod in chat, the first time I met his dogs, he has 2 French bulldogs and a little pitty mix. I just collapsed on the ground and just started crying. I just started crying. I can't control myself. Dogs are too perfect for the world. They're just too perfect for the world. I just cannot. They're so fucking cute. Lilith, boring old grandma. Zelda's the new hotness. That's all I'm saying. I am so excited for these guys to meet Zelda, though. Obviously, we're going to let Zelda settle in for a while. She's only 8 weeks old. Like, she is the age when we got these little butterballs. And so we want to let her settle in and get to know Rod's dogs first and, like, get them settled. But once Zelda's feeling good, I'm bringing these guys over, and we're going to have a little family reunion. And I am just so fucking excited because just look at that little shit. Oh my god. She's just perfect. Perfect. She's perfect. All right. I gotta pee. Let's take a quick break and I'll let my dogs shiza. Kendo, good morning, you fucking generous slut. Was literally just about to take a break. Let the dogs are farting all over me. They're getting groomed soon. I'm very excited. They are so hairy right now. You're just a hairy bitch, huh? Yeah. But you got your winter coat, so you're warm. Jesus. Go outside. All right. Her Rod's puppy's name is Zelda. Mine's names are Lilith and Trick. We call Lilith Billith or Bill because she's kind of a deet ditty. You know what I'm saying? It's great. It's fantastic for the song. If you have not seen the music video for that song is by ClassyKatie. It's called Freak Night, and it's amazing. Oh, it's great. What's the music video with all the exercise people? Dance Till You Die. That's another one that is fucking hilarious. Oh my god, I have a pimple right here and it hurts. I keep accidentally touching it. Ow. I need to put a sticker on it. Pimple sticker. Oh. Just kidding. I don't know where my pimple stickers are. Pimple stickers are the best. Hello, Bobalicious. How are you, love? Cleaned up my comp, added some exceptions to the firewall, and re-downloaded on my solid state. Let's hope I can I can load this fucking level. Wait, what level? It fucking loaded? Oh, your HDD needs to be replaced? That sucks. How old is it? Those usually last a fairly long time. Unless you're like overclocking or whatever. I like this song too. This song's called Black Star. My anxiety fucking with me today. No, checking out and going to a Christmas party, and I love parties. Nick, sometimes it's a combo. This is what I do because I am the same. I get like so anxious when it comes to going to anything really, and I do enjoy it once I'm there. And that's the thing. I'll tell myself, I'll be like, am I so fucking anxious right now that I won't enjoy it when I get there, or am I anxious about the getting there? But once I get there, I know I'll have a good time. Because sometimes it's like I'll do that with streams. Sometimes like I'll wake up just shaking with anxiety out of nowhere for nothing. Nothing's happened. I'm just anxious. And I'll be like, oh, fuck, can I stream today? Like, am I just going to cry or something? And I'll sit there and be like, is it so bad that I physically cannot have a good time with my friends? Or do I know that starting up stream and hanging out with you guys and just talking about it with you maybe for a bit will make it go away and just like being here makes it better? But I'm not saying force yourself to do anything, but that's what I do to myself a lot. Is that the Rod? Oh my God. Is she perfect? I sent myself a picture of her eyes. Thank you for reminding me. And Zach sent me pictures of our babies. Hold up. Oh my god, she's so perfect. She's so cute. Fuck off. God damn it, she's so cute. Look, oh my god. Oh, the puppy. I forgot the puppy breath. Just wait for it. Just wait. Just wait. She's, oh my god. Oh my god, she's perfect. Oh my fucking. Okay, hold up. I gotta pull up Discord and show you these pictures of our babies because it's frightening how similar they look. It's so weird. She's perfect. Oh my god, I love her. She's just. Yeah. I do cry because she looks just like our babies. So this is the picture Rod sent me this morning. That her eyes. Look at those. I mean, stop me. Those are fucking gorgeous. She's gorgeous. She looks so much like Lilith. I'm gonna open the next one. This is Lilith and Trick when we first got them. Those are 2 different dogs, my dudes. Whoa. Too many screens. Holy shit. 2 different dogs, 3 years apart. Why? They are hella related. Wild. Look at those. That's my babies. Isn't that fucking crazy? I just can't. That's wild how similar they look. Definitely like Zelda's definitely chocolate, but man, this is why I cry. And then this is my boy. Look at how tiny Trick was. I honestly thought Trick was going to be a runt. Like I thought he was going to be super small, and he was not. He is not. He is much bigger than Lilith. But look how tiny he is. He's my baby. But that is wild. Genetics, man. They're Muppets. They're Muppets forever. They're still Muppets. Right? Does that not just melt your soul in half? I cannot. Are you on Lilith keeps laying on my cord. Why you like this today, B? Isn't that weird, Vissy? Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, Lilith grew faster and was bigger than Trick most of the time. It's almost like humans. Like, you know how girls hit their growth spurt and tend to be taller and bigger faster, and we get our boobs first? Same thing. And then it was like 8 months ago, Trick just started to turn into a bear and just started getting muscle mass. And I was like, oh, you're a boy. I get it. My in-laws have some Persian cats. Oh my god. Oh, Persians are oh my god. This is a funny story. So my sister-in-law, Renee, likes to, I don't know if she does this so much anymore, but when she was younger, she would, I'm trying to look for my chapstick. She would adopt Persian cats that were rejected. So, chapstick, where are you? Apparently, like they do pure breeding. They do pure breeding of these animals, and then because they're so inbred from thousands of years of inbreeding, or hundreds, or however long Persian cats have been around, sometimes they come out real fucking weird looking, and people don't want to spend thousands of dollars or however much a purebred registered cat is worth. They don't want to pay that for a cat that's like lopsided or what, I don't know, whatever, all these other flaws. But my sister-in-law had this one, and I remember one Christmas Eve we went over to their house, and when you walk in their front door, to the left was like a fancy family room with this really perfect looking Christmas tree, and basically the room no one ever goes in. But there was a cat tower in that room, and it was all dark, and when you went forward there was the kitchen. So everyone was in the lit up kitchen, and I looked left at this dark ass room with the cat tower, and one of those Persian cats was sitting on top of the cat tower, and you could see its eyes glowing, but one was like the size of a pea and one was the size of a marble, and they were like this. And I was like, what in the fuck kind of animal is in that room right now? My brother goes, oh, that's Kitty Wampus. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Oh, it's a fucked up Persian cat. My wife got. I named it Kitty Wampus. The fuck, though? That was a weird cat. It was nice. Very crooked. Ooh, Scotch bonnet. Ooh, is it good? The spicy shark? I'm always down for that. I'm gonna get it right now. I hate that it auto always tries to get you to subscribe to shit like that. Like, who's subscribing to hot sauce? I don't eat enough to do that. Jesus. Being called out on the tubes for real. Trying to get to Ohio to legalize marijuana recreationally by the end of next year, hopefully sooner. Hopefully, I mean, I saw that Biden was trying to put in, federal stuff. I hope that happens. Kitty Wampus, my brother. I mean, it's so weird. All my brothers and my stepdad, they're all very redneck. They all work construction very successfully, but they're very like, a little illiterate, whatever. But they're clever as all fucking get out. It's disgusting. Like, they don't know what planets are in the system, which is not really important, but you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not a lot, but it's clever. I don't know. Like my dad, the one I've said this to you guys so many times, but I'll never forget it. My dad, one time we were driving somewhere and he said out loud, "I'm so hungry I could eat the asshole out of a menstruating skunk." Out of fuck nowhere. In the whole car, we were just like, "You what, Dad?" Just repeated it like it was no fucking big deal. Wild. They're clever as beyond. And I think it's just like the conversations they have on the job. It's just a bunch of these. I don't know. It's wild. It's something else. It's something else. We actually ended up, if you buy like the big pack of Cards Against Humanity cards, it gives you some blank ones. We wrote that on one of the blank ones. My parents have this set at their house. One of those cards says, "So hungry you'd eat the asshole out of a menstruating skunk." Somewhere. Because it became like a thing. We were like, where did that? It's just, now we say it all the time. It's wild. Jalapenos 25 to 6K Scoville. Scotch bonnet is 100 to 350. Is it like tasty though? I find that that fucking Scoville scale doesn't matter to me. That's not the word I'm looking for. Like, Mad Dog is a Scoville, and then there's Da Bomb is a certain Scoville, and then there's this and that. The lower Scovilles can hurt really bad, and the higher ones don't hurt as much for me. I don't know if that Scoville thing means pain. I don't know though. It's just for me personally. I've noticed that it was weird. You fucking what, right? Yeah, yep. My cousin dated a construction worker for a while, and that sounds like some of the stuff he said. It's amazing. It's phenomenal. And when you put my dad and my brothers in the same room together, and they all start going at it, and just like talking with each other like they're on the job, the things that, oh my God. It's amazing. You think I'm gross from being medical? You have no idea. I'm nothing compared to these people. They definitely, like, my stepdad is definitely the seed of where this came from. But holy shit. I skinned a skunk once. That's not something I recommend. You skinned a skunk once? Sorry, I burped. I have so many questions, but I don't know where to start with that one. Why did you have a dead skunk? It's incredibly tasty. I've also eaten too much at once and gone into a daze. Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I'm into that. Mad Dog, like, as long as it tastes good. Like, Mad Dog and, I just bring those ones up because they're burned in my memory. Mad Dog and Da Bomb don't taste good and hurt. Like, I'll put up with the hurt if it tastes good. But if you just taste like a burnt dick fuck, I'm not into it. Like, I'm out. It's so silent. Hold up. Where the fuck? Sorry. Anyways. We missed a deadline for signatures, but they gave us an extension to put recreational marijuana on the ballot for next November. Good. I mean, that's something. At least it's still a possibility, and it hasn't been wiped off the board. I've had some serrano pepper be hotter than habanero before. Scoville's weird. Same. Yep. I've eaten... Habaneros are the little orange ones, right? They look like a little orange bell pepper, but they're way smaller. I've eaten one of those. Just, like, chewed it up and eaten it, and I was like, okay. It tastes like habanero. It was kind of hot. Like, I'm not saying I like was sitting there like, ooh, yum, a banana. It was hot, but then I've had some habanero hot sauces that made my asshole bleed. I just don't understand. I don't know. I don't know what Scoville means. I don't know if it really, that's the Scoville scale. So Scoville, it means like in layman's terms, the numbers are technically how much it's going to hurt, right? Theoretically. Oh, determination of Scoville heat units of fruits of the genus capsicum. Interesting. Oh, here's a little, that's kind of cool. That's a cool scale. That's dope. I like that. Extreme hot, fiery hot, really hot, very hot, spicy. And see, habaneros on 5. See, I've eaten a full one. 7-pot bubblegum. Oh, those are some strange. Naga Viper, Komodo Dragon. Oh. I've had the Trinidad, that's another one. The Trinidad Moruga scorpion. I'm not even kidding. I grew a scorpion pepper when I was in Maryland. I don't know if it was that exact one. Probably not. Because I don't. Oh, no. Did I grow? I grew 2 peppers. I grew Carolina Reapers, and then I grew one that was supposed to be insanely hot, and it was less hot than a habanero. But honestly, I think it comes down from between pepper to pepper, right? It depends. Like, did you get a bunch of seeds in the pepper? How was that pepper grown? Did it have a lot of water in the flesh? Blah, blah, blah. I think it's like a huge factor when it comes to like just eating the fruit of it. Mad Dog 2020. Nope. Mad Dog is, it's actually, I think it's Mad Dog. Hold on. Hold up. It's called Mad Dog 357. So I think Mad Dog 2020, isn't that like a malt liquor or something? Or a beer? Something like that. Mad Dog 357 is a hot sauce that is got notorious off of Hot Ones. If you ever watched Hot Ones, this was like on the very first lineup of Hot Ones. And if you watched the Zach did a charity on his channel, and so they reached a certain point, so we all did a hot wings challenge at Scott's house. I literally had to tap out at Mad Dog because it started burning a hole in my stomach where my ulcer is. That shit sucks. Same with the bomb. Yes, Genova, same. That's what I was literally just saying. Like, I'm all about getting through the pain if there's good flavor behind it. But if it just tastes like a Garbo sack, like, I don't understand why I'm here doing this. Like, this doesn't make any sense to me. Mad Dog is fucking foul. Mad Dog actually tastes bad. It does. It kind of has like a fucking battery acid, like bitter, burnt, I shouldn't be eating this chemical kind of flavor. Mad Dog is not much at all. It just really doesn't have a flavor. It just hurts. Raw banana peppers. Oh my God, raw ones? I don't even know if I've ever seen one. I've only seen them pickled. Interesting. Are they way hotter? I'm from Hicktown, Utah. My grandpa trapped them in his fields because they caused a lot of problems on the farm. He knew I wanted to make an animal skin hat for a mountain man stuff my buddies and I were doing one day. So I came home, there was a dead skunk on the porch with a note from grandpa. That's fucking gorgeous. I love that. My dad used to have to trap and kill skunks because they'd get into our trash cans and knock them over, and then we'd have bears. Because I, too, grew up in Hicksville, Washington, where, there's more animals than people per square foot. And any, like, skunks would get into the trash, knock it over, and then bear would come out and, like, rip the trash apart. And bear, look, we just have black bear. They're tiny, they're harmless, they're scared of us, but they fucking rip your trash bags apart, and then your trash is all across your 10 acres of field in the middle of fuck nowhere. Is Mad Dog an American thing? Is it? Isn't it? Is it like a malt liquor or something like that? A hot fucking nail searing into your tongue. Seriously, no shit. I do not suggest any of you flex on Mad Dog. Like, even if you're like, I love spicy, I'm gonna do. Don't. There's no flavor. And it's the one hot sauce, in my opinion, that did this crazy thing where, like, from moment 1 to 15 minutes later, it was still the exact same intensity and burning all over my mouth and tongue. It just, like, there's no climb and then drop, you know what I mean? It's just instantly here and just stays there for fucking ever. It's not good. It's not fun. It would ruin food, in my opinion. Like, you're better off just eating the food. The last dabs have good flavor, but are hot because the damn oil almost adheres to your tongue. Yes, and then pace back and forth, and then you pace back and forth in the living room at TwitchCon while Cinder laughs at you, or you circle the table in Scott's dining room on camera on Zach's channel for 20 minutes while the chat says, "Where's Katie? What happened to Katie? Where's Katie?" Same. Hard same. I snack on pickled pepperoni and habanero peppers. You know what? I love spicy. Like, do you ever get those, it's like just the spicy pickled veggies in a jar? My face just started to sweat a little thinking about it. It's so weird. They're very vinegary, but very spicy. And there's like carrots and onions and what else is in there? Pickles, I think, cucumber. I don't know. It's like veggies that are pickled, but it's fucking hot. And they're so good. I love them. I think they're meant for cocktails. I think they're meant for like piercing and putting in a martini or something like that. But when I was a kid, I'd just buy a jar of them and eat them with a fork. Those are delicious. But those, like, it's spicy and then it's not. Like, you get your experience and it goes away relatively quickly unless you keep eating them. Like, there's literally a bag of jalapeno kettle chips right there. And I ate that entire bag in one sitting and I sweated a pound of fat off my body while doing it. I don't care. Because it tastes good. Put a flavor in, for fuck's sake. Gardner, yeah, from Sucker Punch. I don't even know. I just used to get them all. They're cheap. It's a cheap meal when you're poor. Oh, it's an American fortified wine. No shit. MD 2020 is an American fortified wine. So it's like Boone's Farm? Similar? That's funny. I had no idea. What is that? Giardiniere? What is that? Wait, what is that? Wait, what is that? What is that? Do I have to Google it? It sounds like Giardia, and my mind's just stuck on Giardia now. Oh, that's it. That's the spicy pick. Yeah, no, thank you. I had no idea. I don't think I've ever read a label. I just look for the jar. I know what the jar looks like. Of just like spicy pickled shit. Yeah, this is the one. Mezzetta. This is the one I used to get all the time. This one. It looks so not appealing in this picture. Like the shredded pieces of cauliflower are just really not good. But it's real tasty if you like spicy pickle. Nah, dude, I didn't know either. I fucking thought it was Giardia. Let's be honest. One of us is smarter than the other, and it's not over here. It's like Night Train and Richard's Wild Irish Rose. Oh, dude, we used to get that all the time in high school. I used to think I was such a. We used to get Boone's Farm. That was the main one because I think it was the cheapest, and it's what our local liquor store carried. We'd get Boone's Farm, drink the entire thing, and then we'd fill it full of water and like snap off part of a highlighter in it. And the highlighter fluid would like leak out into the water and then they glow in a black light. And we'd like line our walls with Boone's Farm bottles that glow in a black light. Like, look at me and my budding alcoholism. Now I just do it with spiders. That's weird. You know, Vile, maybe that's where it came from. Because, you know, my dad's from that area, my bio dad. And I mean, to this day, watching someone put hot dog on a ketchup makes my asshole cringe. And he was only alive till I was 7, but I think he gave me some weird habits as a child that came from there. I think because, like, you know, saying pop and shit like that, like, you know, just weird colloquialisms. Wow, that's a word. Colloquialisms. Why did that come out of my face just now? I'm gonna smoke pot about it. Cheers. Oh my god, habanero lime is really good. I'm a big fan of salt and vinegar chips. I just like I really like chips. I just get really pissed when chips don't have a flavor. Like I don't understand why someone's just like when there's this plethora of crisps or chips or whatever the fuck you want to call them in the world, and someone's like sitting there eating plain Lay's potato chips. I'm like, are you sad though? Do you want a hug? I'm here for you. There are flavors. I like the flavor. I like a strong flavor. I like Takis are okay. It's so weird. Yes, I have. I've tried a couple different flavors of Takis. And it's like when I eat them, my brain's like, you should be enjoying this, but the texture of them ruins it. I don't know what it is. They turn into mush in your mouth. It's like if you ate an entire Dorito at one point and just chewed it for too long. That's what Takis remind me of when I eat them. The flavor is good, but something about the way the corn chips just like into your mouth. I'm very into potatoes. They're okay though. They're not bad. I love salt and vinegar chips, man. Ketchup on sin is a sin on a hot dog. It makes me want it. My sister does it, but she'll put ketchup on anything. I can't fault her for that. She would put ketchup on a dick. I don't even. It's fine. It's fine. She's to ketchup as me to like maple syrup. Low sodium chips. I've never tried low sodium. Are they pretty tasty? Why are they blue? Wait, what's blue? What is blue? My hair? Chemicals. I haven't had them. Takis has a blue chip. I haven't had them yet. There are blue corn chips though, because there's a blue corn, isn't there? I assumed that's why there was blue chips, is there is a blue corn. I could be totally off on that one though. Dude, Zakarian, shut up. I was just gonna say my favorite chip ever is all dressed, but you can't get them here. Like I have to order them online, and it's like stupid expensive. Like I don't like chips enough to order them online and pay for what it would be for me to get all dressed. But fuck you, Canadians, and your delicious all dressed chips. Bitter I am. I'm gonna smoke drugs about it. Corn, it literally comes in a rainbow of colors, right? I thought that. We always have yellow corn products, but I know there's like red corn. You've seen it, right? Like all the colorful corn cobs and stuff you can grow. They have to be able to make something out of them. They would only exist for that reason. Like if you look at like heirloom corn varieties, most of them are not yellow at all. Most of them are very colorful. Yeah, like glass corn. Yeah, I think it's literally called like glass corn. It's called glass something. Stained glass or fuck. It actually I think it one of the varieties, at least one of the ones I've looked at, has that name in it. Interesting. Gem corn, is that what it's called? I've always wanted to grow it, but the caveat of growing corn is you need a large space of area because in order for corn to pollinate and actually create corn, you need a lot. You need to grow a fair amount of corn. You can't just grow like 3 corn stalks. You have to grow like a square footage of corn to get the right pollination going across, and I've just never wanted that much fucking corn in my life. Oh yeah, and I don't really get that way with jerky, but this is 1 serving to Katie. I don't wait, how many this is 8 servings to a fetus apparently. But you put a spicy salty in front of me. I like reach in and I like grab the biggest pinch of the chips I can get possible that are like flat together and just like pound it. This is 1 serving. Did you know that Oreos are two, I think it's 2 or 3 Oreos as a serving? No, it's not. It's a row at least. It's one of those rows you pull out, right? Maybe 3 of them. Maybe that's what they mean. I don't know. These portion sizes, I mean, figure your shit out, my dudes. That's not what's happening. The ketchup on a dick comment made me choke on sour diesel. I'm so sorry. Dude, for real though. My sister would hate me if I don't have this video, but I would kill to have it. Oh my god, it would be a viral sensation. When we were children, my mom had a video camera and we used to fuck around with it all the time and make like little videos and little movies and stuff like that. And one time my sister was like the way my house was as a kid was this weird it was a 3-story hexagon and the middle floor was like the family area. It was no walls or anything. It was literally like just the floor was different. It was split in half. One half of the floor was carpeted and one half of it was like this stone tile. One half was the kitchen and one half was like the living room area. So you could be sitting in the living room and like it was just crazy huge and weird. So I'm sitting in the living room in the couch, but I'm like peering over the back of the couch at the dining room table with my mom's video camera, and my sister is sitting there and she's eating like chicken strips, chicken tenders, like Tyson chicken tenders. We fucking lived off that shit as children. She's eating them and she has this fucking mound of ketchup on a plate. Like I'm not like it's ridiculous. And I have the camera on her and she's like maybe 7 or 8 years old. She's pretty young. She eats the last chicken strip and the camera's just on her and she has no idea. It's like a profile of her. And she just slowly starts to pick the plate up. I'm not fucking with you. I wish if she was here, she could like testify. She slowly picks the plate up, still completely unaware that I'm there videotaping her, and just very tenderly at the ketchup for like a minute. And my mom has this somewhere. Somewhere this video exists. And I must find it someday. That is her relationship with ketchup. You know what I'm saying? It's almost chicken tenderly. It's a tender lick. It was so fucking. She thinks it's hilarious now too. Like she's very much like me. No shame at all. She thinks it's fucking funny. But I don't think she'd want me to show you guys. However, I would. I need to. It was so. I mean, that's to this day though. She fucking loves ketchup. I'm not a ketchup hater. Like I'm down for ketchup on fries and shit like that. But it doesn't go on a fucking ketchup on bread. Oh, stop it. Cheese and red onion flavor. I love red onions. Was it kind of spicy? When my cousin was about 4, she would take French fries and use them as vessels for ketchup. And once the fry got soggy, she'd grab a new one. Oh my God, Kona, can I tell you okay, so my sister was very food weird when we were kids. Probably because, when she was 2 years old, her dad died in front of her, and then we moved around constantly. Trauma shows itself in weird ways. Some of us do this, and some of us eat white food on a white plate for 5 years straight. Not kidding. My sister could not eat food unless it was pure white on a white plate for 5 years. She ate like buttered noodles and buttered rice for 5 years of her childhood. But that's neither here nor there. She eventually moved on to other foods, but she couldn't eat them together. And one of her favorite foods to this day is pizza. She fucking lives for pizza. She could live off pizza for the rest of her existence. She loves just a good old-fashioned fucking pepperoni pizza, which I respect. But up until 5 or 6 years ago, the way that she ate pizza was she had to pick all the toppings off with her fingers one at a time, and she'd either put them on the side or eat them. And then she would peel the cheese off and eat that with her hands, chunk by chunk, whatever, or put it on the side depending on if she liked that piece or not. and then she would take the pizza slice and lick the sauce off, like borderline suck the sauce off of it. Like you could see the divots in the bread, like it was sick. And then she'd eat the bread for years. She did this in public. If you've ever felt food weird, just think about that for a minute. Reassess. It was bless her soul. She's great now. She'll eat anything and she eats normal, but what the fuck? Sometimes you got to remove the skin from your prey first. No. Dude, for real though. And Rin, my mom never like she put us on diets when we were 12 for real, but she would never food shame us like that. Like she wouldn't make fun of us for the way we ate or anything. I love pickled red onions. I love pickled anything though. I'm kind of sick. I love me some ketchup. Not enough to just eat it on bread though, or just like tenderly lick it off a plate. Dude, I grew up making grilled cheese with mayo. I don't understand. I understand that some people use butter. I've had both and they both taste amazing. It's all down to the what bread you use and what cheese you use and how well you cook it. I don't give a fuck what the fat is on the outside of the grilled cheese sandwich. I've had people come at me for that too. I grew like you instead of buttering the side that goes down on the pan, it's mayo. Do you know what mayo is? It's oil and egg and vinegar. It's oil, it's fat. How is it any I mean, honestly, it's easier than melting butter or getting butter out of the fridge and trying to smear it on bread before you fry it in a pan. Fuck. Your youngest daughter mutilates pizza. No shit. Oh my god. I'll tell my sister. She'll feel so good. She's not alone. She doesn't do it anymore. Although I think she wants to. She starts to quiver a little around pizza. I eat Caesar salad with my fingers and dressing on the side. Oh my god, Vissy, where did I go? Oh, in one of my travels, one of the I don't remember where I went, but the way that they served Caesar salad was like you ate it like with your hands instead of chopping it up and making it like a salad, you know what I mean? It was like the leaf and then they put, some croutons on it, a little sprinkle of cheese or whatever, and then the dressing was like drizzled over it. So you picked up like it was like a boat. It was delicious. It was the best way I've ever eaten a Caesar salad. I really enjoyed it. And it was way less of the dressing shit. Like I'm not into a soaked salad. I don't want soggy salad. I like ketchup, but I don't like Heinz. It's too sweet. We actually have now. Heinz has created like a low sugar or no sugar variety, and it's so much better. I never knew. Kelty, thank you for gifting a sub to Vissy. And by that, I mean Missy. Missy, thank you for gifting a sub to Vissy. Missy Vissy. There's a lot of issies in there. Dan converted me to mayo grilling cheese so much better. It's just easier. I don't know, man. It's delicious. I think a grilled cheese is about how well you grill the bread and the cheese in the middle. Right? Like, have you ever had a delicious grilled cheese that had the perfect cheese, perfect bread, but you've been like, oh, wow, what did you fry this in? Oh, mayo. Like, how would you even fucking know? Maybe if you drowned it in mayo. I'm not, but to each their own. I'm not here to fucking judge. It's weird that people food shame each other. Like, get over yourself. I ain't here for it. The mayo hack for toasting bread's top tier, more consistent results, 100%. I think it's because it's an emulsified, mixture as opposed to being just butter, just like pure fat. It's an emulsification, so I think you get more even heat distribution and not just like a burn immediately. To me, the flavor's different with mayo. What kind of mayo did you use? I'm just curious. I hate Miracle Whip, and I truly believe Miracle Whip would make it taste bad. But again, I ain't here to hate how people make their grilled cheese. But I have been hated on for mine. Like, if someone sees me make it, they're like, that's disgusting. I'm like, this is the only reason I have mayo in the fridge. Like, I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like a wet sandwich at all. I'm a dry sandwich, like maybe a vinegar oil sprinkle. But other than that, I like a dry sandwich. I'm a sick fuck that way. That's the only reason mayonnaise is in my fridge. Grilled cheeses are delicious. But, oh, yeah, no, Miracle Whip's disgusting. Miracle Whip tastes like mayo went bad. I know it's not, and I'm not here to shade, but I will not eat Miracle Whip. I can smell it. It smells like it went bad. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's different, but it's like sour and sweet at the same time. Oh my God, Vissy, 100% we can do grilled cheese. That's like a staple of ours. I love grilled cheese. We were explaining it to one guy in Discord how to make, What is this for? The mayo? Oh, the Miracle Whip. Yeah, I know. I already told him you're a lover of the disgusting shit. To each their own. Everyone says hi. Oh, chili flakes and butter for grilled cheese. I've put pesto on the bread. On the inside, put a smear of pesto and then put the cheese down. Holy shit, that's a tasty grilled cheese. Vissy, I don't know if I told you this. One time, we did this a couple times at the hospital. During the, like spring after winter time, after everybody's already gotten sick and died, it would just be crazy slow in the hospital sometimes, like literally an ICU full of nurses with one patient. And so if we were really slow, we would like plan little party nights or whatever. And one night we like assigned things. A couple of us brought in griddles, like large griddles if you had them. And then the rest of us just brought in the most weird kind of like fancy ingredients for grilled cheeses we could think of, like all these fancy breads and weird cheeses. And we brought jams and different spreads and stuff like that. And one of the best grilled cheeses we made, and to this day, I haven't remade it because it sounds so weird. I'm nervous to make it myself, but it was brie and jelly. It was like brie and then some sort of fruit spread. I don't know what it was. Grilled. It was so fucking good. But I would never do it on my own. But it was so fucking good. Ooh, ranch on grilled cheese probably good too, actually. Miracle Whip's in the category of its own, like Dr. Pepper, cilantro, etc. You either like it or you don't. No middle ground. 100%. Yes. Yep. Agreed. And I love all those other things. I love Dr. Pepper. I love cilantro. I'm like a weird flavor kind of person. I like kind of funky shit. Like I like sardines and like smoked oysters and stuff. But there's something about Miracle Whip. It smells like it's gone rancid. And I don't want to eat rancid stuff. You know what I mean? CJ, happy Saturday. Is it Saturday? Who the fuck? I think so. Something like that. Camembert with fig jam is baller, right though? Jam on a grilled cheese fucks you up. It's something grilled cheese party. I'm down. We just made them like little. We made like little grilled cheeses so you could eat a bunch of them. That's the key. I can't with. So, wait, did I have Marmite or did I have the other one? There's two. There's Marmite and Vegemite. I had one of them. My friend from Australia brought it from Australia and had me try it at PAX East like 8 years ago, but he fed it to me on a fucking spoon. So, I would be open to trying it the way it's supposed to be consumed, which I think is very thinly spread on toast with butter. Yeah. Because I like bouillon. I like beefy, salty things. But a spoonful of beef salt, I know like. Me too, Kona, 100%. Like, how do you enjoy Mexican food? Brie preserves wrapped in puff pastry. Oh my god, I've seen that on Pinterest so many times. I want to do it all the time, but like, I think I'd die. I think I might die if I eat that. I've never wanted to try Miracle Whip. I used to be allergic to eggs, so mayo and me don't get along. You used to be allergic to eggs. What happened? Was it Vegemite? Okay. Are they different? I thought they were in like generally the same thing. I started making hand pies for my big freezer and pear compote with Gouda. Oh, yum. I love Gouda. I'm big into stinky, like funky. The funkier the cheese, the better. Not that Gouda's funky, but you know what I mean. Vegemite, like Malort, is something you need to be prepared for ahead of time before consuming. If anyone surprises you with those, they are a bad friend, right? And it's like someone giving you like Malort or Malort. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was given. There's, Vegemite thinly spread on some bread with butter. And then there's a spoonful of Vegemite. Here, Katie, eat this in front of a camera. There's a huge difference in that. Yeah. Hard yes. You just got it over it. That's kind of nice. I don't know if I was allergic to eggs, but if I ate eggs alone, I'd get a stomach ache. Zakarian, that was my little sister. When we were little, I'm not shitting you. I'm not exaggerating when I say she ate white food on a white plate for about 5 years of her childhood. It was hilarious. The weird little special dinners my mom was constantly making for my sister. They weren't complicated. It was literally like white rice with butter. But that's all she would eat. And now my sister is like, let's go get sushi. Oh, what's that weird tentacle? Is it still alive? Let's order that. Like, she is so not that way. She's more adventurous than I am now. And I'm pretty fucking, like, I'll eat anything, but she'll really eat anything. Smoked Gouda. Oh my God. I can't have smoked Gouda in the house because I will eat it all in one sitting and never poop again. What the fuck? No. There's so much salt in Vegemite, it can conduct electricity. That's amazing. Good morning, Jackie. How are you, love? That sounds weird, interesting. I have to try it. I'm the same, but she'll go a little bit further than me in that there are some textures for some reason I can't do it. Like I'll just puke. Like I don't have a very strong gag reflex. Like I'll shove a dick into my large intestine. I don't give a fuck from this direction. But there are some textures that when they hit the back of my throat, I just like and it's like the gummy jello-y texture. Natto. I did try it one time, and I was like, and it was just the texture. The smell was terrible. The taste wasn't great, but I could have got it down if it wasn't for the texture. 100% I'm a texture. Like, and that's the only thing. Or like soggy bread. Like if you give me a cheeseburger and the bottom bread is soaking wet, I cannot physically eat it. Like I'll just puke. Because the wet bread, like it's not supposed to be wet like that, which is why I'm a dry sandwich fan. Like I'll add my own wet because I don't trust you anymore. That there's just very few things like that. But like, if I'm walking in Thailand and I see weird meats on a stick that look like organs or bugs, I'll fucking eat the shit out of that. I don't give a fuck. I bring probiotics when I travel. I'm good. But wet bread, wet, soggy stuff that's not supposed to be wet and soggy. Oh my God. I was watching a cooking show the other night, and this guy was talking about the origination of the term toast, like why we toast to people. And long story short, I don't remember all the details. I'm a stoner and I was cleaning things. But long story short, they made like an alcoholic type sangria punch, and everyone would drink from it. And then the person they were honoring would get to eat a piece of bread they had put in it at the beginning of the night that had now sunk to the bottom of the punch bowl and was like a gooey mass. They got to eat it as a gift. Oh no, was my response. Absa-fuck no. Dog hair. Out of here with your dog hair shit! Sorry, I just changed the music. Yeah, I can't. Oh, and he did it, Vissy. This guy's. I'll send the channel to you. He's a really cute guy who he's just adorable to me. I think he's precious, and I want to pinch his cheeks. But he does these cute little like historical cooking videos where he talks about historical meals and then he makes them and tries them as historically accurate as he possibly can. And he tried it, and the look on his face made my eyes water. You toast the bread for Sammy's, hard fucking same. Or you put like you put a fat layer, like you put like, cheese against the bread so everything that's soggy doesn't touch it. There's secrets to saying, or you put peanut butter on both sides, then the jelly doesn't soak into the bread and make it soggy. There are ways to live normal, but within your own means, you know what I mean? Oh, Hikaru, you're welcome. I wonder if, I've thought about that as we carry on, if it's like an ADHD thing to have a problem with textures and stuff, because I'm definitely like, someone said it a few days ago, or was it last week? I don't know. Time is weird. Someone said it in chat though, and they were like, part of the ADHD experience, or one symptom of it, or whatever, is that when you have a physical sensation that's mildly discomforting or displeasurable to you, you can't move beyond it. You can't stop thinking about that thing, and you can't do anything. So, for instance, me, when I get cold, I just shut down. I can't talk. I don't want to talk. I don't want to eat. I don't want to drink. I just shiver and do this until I'm not cold anymore and I just die. Or, stuff like that. Like it was a weird concept, but I kind of understand that when it comes to that, because like it could be the most delicious thing that exists in the world. Someone could have like taken my DNA and been like, these are the flavors that will make Katie the most happy in the world, but if it has soggy bread, I'll vomit. Sucks. I don't want to be this way. Oh, is it? No. Is it tradition that we have to watch this every year now, or is this a new one? This is the new one. Oh no, it is. Is this a tradition now? I've only had to be malorted one time. Thank fuck. Unfortunately, it's always with Dan, so my memories of Dan are always just malording. It's the new one. So these are some friends of mine who like to hate themselves with malort. I don't get it. It's so fucking gross. But every year they do it, and we watch it every year. The first year was, I think it was just Dan and Goobers, wasn't it? I want to say the first year with the malort was just Dan and Goobers, and all of us, we still didn't know what malort was. We're like, did you create this? What the fuck is it? Anyway, so this is my boy Dan. This is Danica Rockwood. She's amazing. She does some amazing cosplay and has one of the most perfect set of tatas I've ever seen in my life. This is I'm Kat. She's amazing. You probably see us tweet back and forth at each other in nonsensically sexual ways. And this back here is Firecrow, and they're all just incredible people. Let's watch this. Holy shit, it's so quiet. Oh, now it's loud. Oh, and then I didn't even fucking. We've got KPP and Goobs. We got more people. I didn't even notice. No, it's not. You can't lie. We've all tried it. We've all done it. You can't. You can't pretend. Oh, I have the grossest feelings all over my skin right now. I have the sickest goosebumps everywhere. I think I'm sweating a little bit. Oh, the memories in my mouth. Just the memory of it makes me kind of want to. My mouth is sweating. I'm not gonna puke. Danica is Florida woman. Danica's an alien. Danica's an alien. I knew that from the first cosplay set I ever saw her do. I was like, oh, you're too perfect for humanity. I get it. She's an alien. No, I get it. I can't. This is up on my screen, and seeing Kat's face is making me want to vomit. I can't. I love you guys so much, but I can't. No, I'm sweating. I'm pitting out thinking about Malort. It's an alcohol. What is an alcohol? Is it considered a liqueur? It's pain. I think Glut said it the best way. My mouth is so. I have to go I have to go like wash my mouth out. I can't. It, it's really bad. Would you kindly? Why do they do this to each other? I think it's like, you know how everybody has, like, some people have like a purging once in a while where they like just get together and they can say everything they want, and then they're like, all right, we got it out of our system. I love you. We're still friends. Maybe it's like that, but like instead of it, they just I don't. My tattoo artist keeps a bottle of this in his or her studio for clients when they try and be too macho. Shut up. Oh, genius. I thought it was gonna be like a gift thing. I'm like, this is mean. She says, fine, if you can take a shot of this without reacting, then we'll keep going. Otherwise, you're taking a fucking break. That's beautiful. I can proudly say I have never initiated the breaks in any of my tattoos. I feel like kind of a badass. It still fucking hurts. I'm not saying I'm crying, but like I don't ask for the break. My tattoo artist has a delicious bottle, usually of Macallan or some other Scotch whiskey that we can take shots of occasionally while he does my tattoos, because my tattoos are huge and usually take like 5+ hours. And he still does a fantastic job. So I don't want that. That sounds like a terrible time. Zoe, why though? I mean, compared to ass, like, CK, can you open this? It's opening in a browser tab. Well, oh, open app. I would love you to open the app. Thank you for giving. I'm going to go with no. It just says no text channels. And that's it. What is it? It just says no text channels. What is it? Malort is not good. Wormwood liquor, apparently. Is that what it is? Wormwood? So it's like, isn't absinthe? Isn't absinthe like a wormwood liquor shit? I wonder if they're similar. They do not taste similar in any way, shape, or form. I mean, absinthe doesn't taste good, don't get me wrong. Not related. But they're made out of the same thing. I mean, correct, I don't know. I think isn't it made out of wormwood? Absinthe is a wormwood liquor. So they're both a wormwood liquor. Oh, okay, so that's the only ingredient they have in common. Okay, cool. Cool. So it's like grain alcohols, like a group like that kind of thing. Wormwood alcohols, potato alcohol, whatever. Malort, literally moth herb, is a Swedish word from wormwood. There you go. Moth herb, that's funny. Malort tastes like tire fire. The first time I tried it, I said burnt hair. That is so a great description. Those two things together, Malort. It's from the company that makes it. It's supposed to be grapefruit. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's supposed to be grapefruit. Says fucking who? But it has a lot of ingredients that make people's taste buds say, sweet Jesus, no. Yeah, my taste buds got up and ran away and left. I haven't tasted things for years. Absinthe gets its flavor from fennel, but yes, it is wormwood. Oh, that makes sense. The licorice taste. In Twitter DMs they opening? Okay, let me see. I'm going. Bop, 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 bop. Oh no. Is it the TikTok? The TikTok. Is it the TikTok, the latest one? That just started screaming at me. Yes, exactly. Literally, it's that the meme, I'm in danger. Open it. Open! I just wanted to open it like bigger because it's just playing in the DM. Oh, there we go, full screen. Stop talking. Thank you. A tattoo artist keeps a bottle under the desk for people for dudes trying to be too macho, and if they're like pretty sure the person needs a break, they'll be like, take a shot of this, and if you're fine, we'll keep going. Like, people keep Malort around to punish one another. That's fantastic. No one drinks Malort alone. That person did. Oh, no shit. So many liquors are digestives. Technically, Frangelico is a digestive. Really? Interesting. I wonder if that's... I don't know. I'm always curious why. That's interesting. Malort's a dare drink. Malort's a drink you give to your parents and leave before it's opened. I can't. Stop. This is just up on my screen right now. I'm in physical pain. I'm so sorry, sir. Everything is terrible and the world is not on your side right now. An aperitif, is that like increase your appetite kind of thing? Get a bottle for So is this going to be above or below the people who get tricked into taking a shot of Everclear? I'd say above. The flavor is worse. Everclear tastes like danger. That tastes like I'm in danger. It literally, when I drank it, to me, it tastes like burnt hair. If you've ever smelt like, if your vacuum belt, back in the day when vacuums had belts, if your vacuum belt burnt out, that's what it smelt like to me and tasted. Like, that's what was in my nose for quite a long time. It was terrible. I think Frangelico is what you use when you make a birthday cake shot, isn't it? It's like vodka, Frangelico, lemon. You bite a lemon and then salt on your wrists. I did one for my 21st birthday, and I swear to God, it actually tastes like birthday cake. It's very strange. I don't know how. Oh, a palate cleanser. Okay, so something to do like between the meals or whatever. Also, why does it not feel like Christmas? I don't know. I don't feel it either. I don't know. It's very weird. The TikTok above the Malort one is also alcohol related, but will cause tears. I do recommend it, though it's very... Wait, what kind of tears? Like, laughing or, like, crying? I'll save that one. I'm excited. I've taken shots of Everclear straight. Malort seems to be worse. It is. I've taken shots of Everclear, too. Everclear was a big thing in the hills. People love their Everclear. It's worse. It tastes so much worse. Because Everclear is kind of like a hot sauce or something, you know? It burns for a few seconds, and then it's done burning, and you're fucked up. Malort, it's burnt hair in your nose for 20 minutes. It's so fucking gross. If you guys try it, just let me know. Every follicle on my entire body is still on edge right now because it thinks I'm about to try that again. Good crying. Okay, good. Someone asked, how was the petrol white lightning? It's not that bad. That's really bad. I don't want that. I like Christmas, but I think, I hate to say it, but I think COVID kind of like, we're still socially recovering from COVID. Like, we all crawled into holes and didn't be social. And I think, a huge reason why holidays still prevail is we use them as a social excuse to gather and hang out with friends or family and do stuff like that. And when that was gone for so long, now it's just kind of like, it's just a day. You can do that any day, but it's just a day. I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious to see what the, like, after Christmas, all the businesses post, like, their numbers and the news talks about, like, oh, people shopped this percentage more this year or this percentage less. I'm curious to see what it is because it's been going down every year. And I wonder if that's, like, maybe a good thing. Just, like, the overspending part of it, you know what I mean? Flu, RSV, and COVID are spiking right now to the point CDC is recommending masking again. No shit. I wore masks on the plane. I wore a mask on the plane both ways because I was just like, this is not going to be the place. Like, I made it this long without getting COVID. I'm not getting it now. Fuck that. Me too. And that's another thing. Like, who here hasn't worked some form of retail and had to listen to Muzak Christmas covers for 8 hours a day every day? You're very lucky. You're living a great life. Good for you. Destroyed. Like, there's one or two Christmas songs I can still handle, but no. By the way, did you guys see that fucking Mariah Carey song is #1 on the billboards for like the 5th year in a row? What the fuck? I don't get it. I still haven't heard it this year. I'm quite proud. I heard like a second of it on the radio and I changed it real fast. Haven't heard the whole song. I'm feeling good. I like Mariah Carey. I ain't hating, but why that one? I don't understand. Like, get some Nat King Cole in your life for fuck's sake. There's better shit out there. I'm not saying not Christmas. Like, there's good Christmas music out there. Jesus. Michael Bublé, for fuck's sake. Bubble. Everclear is a perfect way to fail the left-right test in one shot. Everclear fucks me, dude. I don't fuck with that. I did it one time, like, honestly, just to experience it. Oh, my God. I'm a lightweight, though. I get drunk off one beer. It's smart glut. I mean, where you are especially. Considering the vaccination rates. Yuck. I've had alcohol that tries to burn a hole through you, but taste-wise, the worst so far is a gin tonic that tastes like someone liquefied a pine tree. I have had a gin and tonic similar to that. I don't hate gin and tonics. I think I like them because it's like, what's the word? An acquired taste. All the women in my family drink gin and tonics. So growing up, the smell of lady breath in my household when they would like pinch your cheeks and kiss you goodbye was gin and tonic. So I kind of like a gin and tonic once in a while, but there's some gins that are like syrupy or something. There's something syrupy. I don't know if they're adding extra pine flavor that's syrupy, but I can't do that. Like, I don't like the pine, like, oil essence in it in my gin. I don't want to, like, feel like I'm drinking a fucking air freshener. You know what I mean? And they're just, some of them, I've had one before, and I don't remember what gin it was or anything, but it was like, not good. It was not good. I think one of the few that'll be fine will be Ulta. I love Ulta. I've had alcohol that just tries to burn. Oh, yeah, no. Please, no. Christmas lights being pressured on people to put up at home is still the biggest plot by energy companies. It's weird when, like, Zach was telling me his mom lives on a road in Montana where she has to put a wreath up every year, and if she doesn't, she gets, like, fined. Like a Christmas wreath. That's weird. To me. Just let that song die. It'll never die. It's so fucking weird. Same. I like Mariah Carey. Like, Butterfly is one of the best albums that ever existed, and I still sing it all the time. Do was great. But this one, I just don't understand. Like, I think it's become kind of like the chestnuts roasting on an open fire song. Like, people just, oh, we listen to it every year, so we better listen to it this year. or something. It's becoming something like that because like 15 years old or something like that, isn't it? The song's fairly old. The fact that a certain song that caused an entire competition for the holidays, so Mariah's song isn't the worst. Oh, it's definitely not the worst. I just don't understand the fascination with it. I haven't liked gin since I drank a solo cup full of gin. You guys are really trying to get me to fucking vomit today. That sounds like a terrible idea. Oh, the juniper gin. Is the juniper gin the one that tastes like just you're sipping pine syrup? My takeaway from your stream today is definitely get some fucking Nat King Cole in your amen. Get some Nat King Cole in your fucking life. Unforgettable in every way. There are good voices out there. Find them. I grew up with old parents. It is HOA. I think it is like an HOA thing. Like they name the roads like Candy Cane Lane, and all those roads have to have a candy cane on their house. And then Wreath Lane, they all have to have a fucking wreath. I never want to live in a neighborhood again. Oh my god, Bashful, you don't do that anymore, right? Mariah's grunge album, I'd be into that. Ethereal Dragon, thank you so much for summoning the class, keeping the classy alive, and giving it swings for 32 fucking months in a row. That's a really long time, and I appreciate you. Watch the cat on it. Don't do anything, puss. Cats don't fucking listen. What am I gonna do? That song's amazing. Regardless of Christmas, should not be lumped in with the likes of Mariah and her Christmas shenanigans. 100%. No, I'm just saying like, in general, if you don't have Nat King Cole in your life, you should. If you don't know who that is, I'm not shaming you, but I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you. I'd been drinking for several hours by the time I made that mistake. Dude, one time when I was in college, there was a guy that I worked with who came and played beer pong with us. And he didn't drink beer on principle, but he would drink hard alcohol. And I shit you not, he put like a centimeter of gin in all of his beer pong cups and played that way. He was like, oh, it's nothing. He fell asleep outside in the freezing cold on the porch. We had to drag him in. It was horrible. 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 And it smelled so fucking bad. I like sipping a whiskey, but I don't do it to get drunk. I do enjoy like Scotch whiskey when it's cold out. It gives you that little warm tinglies. I don't know. I like that. I know, we need to take a break. Oh, my fucking back. Grunge, Mariah would definitely not know how to read. You don't think so? Maybe. HOAs are just scams. People get forced to pay to have an extra layer of mini government put on them. 100%. I hate HOAs. Never again. I lived in one when I was in Maryland. Fuck that. Never. The worst thing about it was like once a month they wanted us to go to each other's houses and have like a meeting. I was like, I don't want to know my neighbors. I don't even want neighbors. They were universally told to fuck off. Good. That shit is so bad. I hate it so much. I want your fancy music! Don't be spilling your bones. Why you be spilling your beans? Okay, hold up. We gotta take a break. I gotta pee. Again, I've drank so much water. Crazy. I'm so hydrated. I moved all my fucking screens around. I can't see anything. Again. Because I'm a fucking moron. Beer pong's for people that don't like drinking. I was really, really good at it. And I don't like drinking. Yeah, you know, you're right. Yeah. Also, people who like to drink filthy beer. We played beer pong in a garage, and 90% of the time, the ball bounced off the table on the ground. Pick it up. Disgusting. It's probably the only reason I have any sort of immune system, to be honest, is eating beer pong garage floor shit. Zeke said stop yelling. What? Did that work? Mark, we started doing that, honestly, like later, because we just would be bored and we'd be like, let's play some beer pong. It was kind of fun. I'm decent at it. And we started doing that. We'd put water in it and just have a beer on the side because it's so fucking gross. Some people are sensitive to hops, my flatmate, but it's called beer pong, not booze pong. Booze pong is not a good idea. I do not advise that. He was so fucked up. So fucked up. You keep a cleaning cup on each side of the table. We started doing that and then started doing water. But originally, absolutely not. We were just, no, it was terrible. I think at one point, one of the beer pong cups, it looked, you could see like like a rainbow of motor oil forming on the top of the beer, and they just downed it. It was sick. It was sick. We were sick kids. Sick. Sick. Sorry, my YouTube decided to fart, and then I realized it was definitely human error. Why? Why am I like this? Why am I like this? Who did I hurt? What did I hear? Boxed wine pong. Oh, honey. We've all been there. Were your lips purple? Who hasn't had motor oil line beer at least once? I've probably had worse. When I was a kid, oh my god, I don't understand why my parents had this. But we had this huge shop, and because we had motorcycles and my dad works on cars and stuff like that, and there was always like a barrel of mixed gas. And they were like emptying gas out of something and just putting it in this barrel. I don't know what they were emptying it out of though. But I would like sit next to this like barrel and just like as a child, just huff it. I fucking loved the smell of it. I've probably killed a few brain cells that, could have been better. Maybe. Stop. I'm just trying to get YouTube music up, and YouTube is being fucking stupid. Stop. You're being a dick, man. Okay, I got it. Just kidding. All right, break. Burr. The wind bit my nipples. Lizzie, how are you, love? Have you been playing Hades? Because I've been playing Hades a ton. Beat Hades 3 times in a row yesterday. In a row. It was wild. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the music. I'm sorry. They took me forever to get through, too, for some reason. No shit. I had my neuropathy appointment yesterday, and guess what? The meds are working. Oh my fucking god. Does that mean less likely to need surgery? That's fucking awesome. That is the best. Can we cheers to that? I'm gonna cheers to that. That's the best fucking news of my life. That is amazing. I'm so happy for you. How do you feel? Do you feel like they're working? Like, do you feel like less, brain pressure? That's fucking amazing. Wait, why is the ad running right now? Was the ad late? Did the ad run late? Stupid. Or did I not take a 3-minute break? I peed and I went outside with the dogs. I'm not going to do anything till the ad's done, I guess. I'm sorry an ad ran late, I guess. I clicked it when I left. The fuck? I apologize. I'm just going to sit here till it's done. My lips are so dry. What up, Myron? How are you, love? I'm in a lot of pain and feel like shit all the time, but my vision definitely feels less threatened. Good. No more double vision, etc. Awesome. I mean, and it should gradually get better and better, right? Like, this is just the beginning. At least that was the understanding I was under. Chillin'. Me too. We were about to cheers, but apparently the ad ran late, so I'm just not going to do anything till that's done. I'll change our category and stuff because I want to play the kitty cat game. This game is so fucking good. If you haven't played Stray, don't listen to what anyone has ever said about it. It's not a cat game. I'm so tired of people ripping on this game. It's so fucking beautifully done. Kendo, you silly fuck. Thank you so much for gifting 1,000 biddies to Lizzie. Lizzie, use a butt was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual and all. I mean, what? Cheers to Lizzie. Thank you for the 1,000 busy. I can't. You know what? Pot. None of that made sense. I'm an idiot. Why am I like this? I swear it's partially hangover from sleepy meds, partially hangover from migraine. My brain is slow and I apologize. Thank you. I'm Knives. So, how far are we into Stray? I don't know how to tell you how far we are in. We know who B12 is. B12 just discovered who they are. We hit that like sad part, I guess, if that helps. Fucking Kendo just gifted 10 subs in the chat. Kendo, you generous fuck. Thank you for gifting 10 subs in the chat. I'm gonna say it's to celebrate Lizzie. Thank you. David Cable, Hippie Smiles, Watchstar, Lord Hybrid Toxic, Azriel Damos, Koto Jaime, The Tick, I Am The Black Guy, Tatty Shack, and Amphetamine Queen. Your all but was the highest order. Go forth and be consensual in every way because nothing in this world is sexier than pure, sober consent. Thank you, Kendo. Lord! Yeah, we're like right at that point. According to, I think sales said I'm like 2.5, 3 hours if I like powered through it close to the ending, but I'm obviously taking my sweet ass time because it's a super cute game. My hair is like, if my hair isn't on its cowlick, it like gives me a headache. It's so weird. You ever try to fight your natural like cowlick or the natural way your hair lays? I can like feel it on my skull and it drives me crazy. It's weird. Weird. Cheers. Is the ad over yet? I'm so sorry they ran late. I don't know why that happened. Wait, what's a super Trump card? I don't know. I don't want that. Wait, what is that? I don't want that. Don't do that. No. Cheers to Lizzie. Mine's the same missile. I have so many cowlicks on my head. I have one right there, one right there. This one is the worst because my hair is so, it wants to go that way, but you see how it like pulls it? And if it goes the opposite way, I can feel it. It feels like someone's like pulling my hair. It's so weird. Cowlicks are weird. I don't know if that, I've always wondered, like, is it just me? But my hair, like, if I go get my hair cut and they're like, let's try parting it on the other side for a minute, I'm like, how about we never do that again? Because I can feel it. I think I have one right there, too. I have a lot of cowlicks. I have one on my face, actually. I have a cowlick that goes down my face. It makes my eyebrow hairs grow in a different direction, and then my cheek hairs swirl like the little fuzzies. So weird. Oh, are those the NFT things? I heard about them. I heard about his, like, he, 2 days ago was like, I'm going to make a really big announcement. And his big announcement was that he has NFTs now, I guess, which I was under the understanding NFTs crashed and failed and burned and, like, that's not a thing anymore. But maybe it is. Holy shit, the font on my chat is so small. Why? That is, what? Hold up. Adam? There we go. No shit. They're not even NFTs. They don't use blockchain. They're just JPEGs. So he's false advertising then, yeah. Oh, they are still around. Okay. I think they crashed and burned for people who are sensible. He made some shitty Photoshop NFT card shit. Oh, and jerked off his own ego in the ad saying he was the... Oh, I saw that. He was like, hello there, it's Trump, your favorite president ever, better than Lincoln, better than Washington. He says that's a quote. That's a Trump. I just... You can't make that shit up, right? I know. Trump's big announcement was, I'm a scam artist. Fucking tracks. Yeah. Yeah, it does. I'm just pulling up Steam. But yeah, if you haven't watched us play Stray, it's a really fucking good game. I get mad when I hear people say, oh, it's just a cat game. It is so far from just a cat game. This is easily one of the most beautiful, like, emotionally jarring games I've played in a very, very long time. I'm into it. I don't know. To each their own. I guess if you hate cats, maybe you won't like it. I don't hate cats, so I think it's pretty cool. Whatever. I mean, I'm not saying Washington and Lincoln were great, but like Lincoln owned slaves. We all know this. However, Trump is still worse. Trump is, I mean, not even a contest. Ugh. Sorry, I was just pulling my monitor in so I can see you guys. Anywho, Stray. Roller friendly is the best. He is, right? Like, I'm not saying they were great. They were all like drunk, slave owning people. Like, you guys know George Washington's teeth weren't made of wood. They were made of slave teeth, right? If you didn't know that, a fun, really obscure reason to visit Baltimore, beautiful city where I lived for quite some time, they have the one and only dentistry museum, and they have George Washington's dentures. They tested them. They're made of multiple different slave teeths. So put that in your pipe and smoke it. Being the worst human being in existence, the only thing Trump is good at, 100%. Right up there with like fucking what's that? I forgot his name already. Probably a good thing. The dude who denounced Sandy Hook. I'm just blanking. Why am I blanking? Probably because he's a piece of shit. But yeah, Stray was fun. Very nice game about a cat discovering the world in the apocalypse. Right? That's to me. I kind of forget. Alex Jones. Thank you. I forgot I was a cat. Honestly, like the only reason I remember that is the little hoppity hoppities we do all over the game. But the story you discover talking to the androids everywhere, it's ripping my heart in half. It's sad. Yes, the man who thought the water was turning frogs gay or something. I don't know. There are so many different I'm just packing a bowl. There are so many different animals in the world that can change their gender at will or change their gender at a certain point in their life or do it because there's not enough, X in the environment or B in the environment or whatever. I don't know. Like it's just I don't I try not to sound uneducated. Like, I try. If I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, I try to stay away from that topic. Like, unless I'm actively learning about it from someone else, then obviously we're in a discussion, we're in a discourse about it. Um, and there's just like this population of evil human beings who I don't think have that like instinct to like, I don't want to sound stupid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you look it up, ask a professional, talk to people who do know about it, learn. This is how we grow as humans, right? What a fucking concept. But I've never been ashamed to not know something. Maybe that comes from being in medicine where if you don't know, you go find out because if you don't know, you're going to kill somebody. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to go find out, right? That's the fun part. And it's even more fun when we get to do it on stream. We all like go on a learning. Oh, I just almost got my band-aid stuck in my grinder. When we get to do it together, that's even more fun. But it's like, I just can't with that. Animals change their genders all the time, but human beings doing the same is unnatural, right? Well, I mean, that's honestly, I think that comes from a lot of and this is not to bash religion in general, but a lot of the religious sect of the right side is like, humans aren't animals. They think that humans are above animals somehow, that we're not part of the food chain, and that we're like, whatever. I think it stems from that. So then that's where they nullify that argument. But I agree with you 100%. Like, get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. If people can put jelly in their ass and their titties and get fake abs and chop their face up to look like somebody else, but someone doesn't want to have a PP of one kind anymore, they want a different PP, I don't get the fuck out. I ain't got time. That's not a conversation. That's not an educational conversation. That's just dumb. Ugh. Animals are also born intersex all the time, 100%. Yeah. I mean, so are people. People just don't want, they're ashamed of it, so they don't talk about it. When people shit on other people for not knowing stuff, even if, oh my God, I don't know why, Lizzie, because your name used to be Muggle. You just reminded me. Did everyone see the tweet from J.K. Rowling to someone else? I don't know if it was real or not, but my friend Steven posted on Twitter and I commented and she said, happy turf miss. Did y'all see that? Is that real? Hold up. Let me find it. You obviously didn't see it, and this is important. Hold up. I'll play music in the background while I find it. I just need to know if it's real. I don't know. I found it real quickly. Nat King Cole, you're welcome. Is this real? Not that I wanted to give you guys another. She doesn't deserve licky. Get the fuck out of here. Not that I needed to give you guys another reason to not buy anything that has to do with J.K. Rowling ever, but is that real? It gives me the same feeling Malort gives me, just like bad. Lot of Harvey Dents. Yeah. That's being nice. That's almost insulting Harvey Dent. I believe in Harvey Dent. She is. I just can't. I never followed her. I tend not to follow like celebrities and shit on Twitter. I just follow people I actually know. Unless it's like a comedian who posts funny shit all the time. I never followed her to begin with. Is there a date? Let me look. No. But my friend just posted it. I have no idea. Nuh-uh, it's real. Like it's her. I have an anger. I gotta look at this. It's real. It is. Uh, okay. Though, okay. I am fucking grossed the fuck out. Before we play Stray, before we watch this TikTok, I know I sound like a broken record. I sound like virtue signaling. Say what you will. Transgender men are men. Transgender women are women. Non-binary and queer folks owe and nobody anything in terms of how they outwardly appear, look, smell, taste, sound, etc. Love is love, and if you're lucky enough to find it, grab it. 100%. We are all humans. Everyone deserves love, except maybe that turfy fucking cunt. It just. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Glut. That's a good thing to bring up. So, if you don't know what a turf is, it's a relatively new term in my personal vocabulary. I didn't know what it was because I don't chill with those types of people. But a TERF stands for trans exclusionary radical feminist. The base of their core values is you are not a woman if you don't have a uterus and you don't experience your period. Because apparently the only thing defining my experience as a woman is my period. So, a while back, out of nowhere, J.K. Rowling, the unfortunate author of Harry Potter, the Harry Potter series, decided to tweet something along the lines of, she's a TERF. And we were like, what? And it was really hard to believe it because I know a lot of you very much help. Like I have a lot of Harry Potter shit. I loved Harry Potter, but I don't send money that way anymore. It sucks. It's just horrible. I agree 100%, might still 100%. I mean, honestly, I kind of get a little judgy when someone says I'm a feminist because I immediately am like, what are you about to fight with me about? What are you about to fight with me about? At least she's not in denial anymore, I guess. So, what the fuck, though? Axmillion said, someone asked her a few months ago, how can you sleep at night? And she replied with something along the lines of, all of this money makes it extremely easy. All right.
Is it depression? Is it anxiety? Do I have ADHD? Am I just lazy? Am I burned out? What the fuck is wrong with me?
I don't know what to say to that. What a evil human. That's one definition of fuck you money. Let's watch this fucking TikTok. I don't know. That's beautiful. That was a whiskey commercial. I don't even know what the ad was for. Damn. That was beautiful. That was a great palate cleanser after the JK bullshit. Thank you, Glut. It's like you knew. Damn. I'll be buying that whiskey for everyone this holiday season. What a wonder. I mean, if you want me to buy your shit, that's a wonderful way to get me to buy your shit. That was gorgeous. My heart is broken a little. Man. That is just J&B whiskey. I don't know. I don't know why the letters were arranged differently. The only thing I could come up with is maybe because they're from a different country. Yeah, like regional differences. That's what I was thinking because it looks like it's like in Spain or something like that. Man. Dude, I don't drink either. Decepticon. I was like, I just buy it as gifts for people. I don't even know, man. That was a good ad. But it was hard. It's just, man. I think I cry because it's the dream. And I think of all those people out there struggling every time they have to go around family, and they probably have parents that are like, put on your man pants and be a man and blah, 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 or put on a dress and look pretty. And it's like just putting on a show, you know what I mean? And to have a family member like support you and just take you aside and be like, bitch, I got you. Like, that is just beautiful. I just really like that. That made my heart warm. I really need to blow my nose really bad, and I don't have a tissue. I'm gonna go get a tissue real quick. Then we can play Stray, okay? Man, you ripped my heart in half and then put it. That was beautiful though. It put my heart back together. I'm not sad. That was gorgeous. That was just. But it's the dream. It's like the. I hope that is more. That's real in my lifetime and prevalent. You know what I mean? And I hope that the grandpa can live his truth as well. Like, that's the one thing that was a little missing for me, was that he helped his granddaughter. I'm assuming, not daughter. He was pretty fucking old. Helped his granddaughter. And that was a good cry. Yeah, it cleared my sinuses a little. It's gonna feel real good to blow my nose. It's the dream to have your family like embrace you that way. Like, your family's who you choose, and we're adults, we all realize that. But to have your family you grew up with embrace you in that way is pretty fucking beautiful. But I hope that older man, like, I think it's sad when I think of the older generations thinking like, oh, it doesn't matter for me anymore, my time's up. Like, because when they were kids, the language to be trans wasn't even in existence, so they probably didn't even see it as an option and felt wrong inside, and so on and so forth. I think you still have, like, at any age, I think you have the right and honor to be who you are. Me too. I wish Grandpa would have come out and make up to him and like, I've slay. Check my liner, bitch. Katie sounds different with a Spanish accent. The older generations can be terrible, or they can be the best individuals in the world. 100%, yes. Yeah. I think they have the potential. When I came out as bi, one of my aunts was the only one to get mad. Hell, my almost 100-year-old grandmother shrugged. Your aunt? Why does she even give a fuck where your genitals go? That's weird. That's what I'd be like, aunt, whatever. Why do you give a fuck where my genitals are going? I'm going to be honest. It's weird that you think about them. That's weird. Normally people don't think about, their nieces and nephews' genital mashings. Just saying. Another good option, if your parents are like constantly after you about having kids, next time your mom asks, when are you guys going to have kids? Look them straight in the eye and be like, can you stop asking me when David's going to cream pie my puss? It's not a conversation I want to have with my parents. Thanks. All right, I'll be right back. I have to go blow my nose real bad. Flonase. Cute. She is. Strongly considering it. I've never been, so it's like, that's a plus. But to see Spirit Box would be fucking phenomenal. They're so good. Courtney LaPlante. She's great. Anyways, fucking hair. Stray. Time to be a kitty cat. Meow. Dude, Hunter, and that's literally why we went to London, was to go see the concert. We went there and we just made an entire trip of it. And so why not do it? We were kind of thinking of like doing it whenever, like once a year, or once every couple of years when we can, because obviously international travel is dumb expensive. But it's fun when you go for something like that. So you like have a purpose, like something you're doing while you're there, and the rest of the time you just fuck off. Do whatever you want, which is fun. Afrin, I'm kind of scared of Afrin. My brother got addicted to it when we were kids. But Flonase, I could keep them in business. It's so expensive, but God, we showing kitty holes? Fucking A, we are. I'm so excited. I love this game so much. Cheers. I packed a bowl. Yeah, isn't Afrin's? It's like something happened to my brother where he got. These clips are driving me crazy. Hold on. He got. It wasn't like he was addicted to it. His body went into I'm trying to think of the word. It was like a refractory response to it. So instead of it clearing his nose anymore, it's like it would stuff his nose more than it was already stuffed, I guess. I don't know how to explain that. It was weird. But that's what Afrin did to him. It was bizarre. Too much hair. Drives me nuts. It's honestly like I've kind of done that on accident. Like when I went to Germany, it just so happened to be Oktoberfest. So it was like, something to do while I was there if I couldn't find anything to do, but normally I can find a lot to do. I'm pretty good at self-entertaining. It's the puppy. Did you look at the tweet? Come on. Cheers. Oh, was that it? It builds that tolerance? He was definitely living off it. He would snort it like once an hour. He was snorting that shit because we all have terrible sinuses. But yeah, I just never bought the Afrin because it scares me. I slept on wet hair, so it's very fluffy and floofy. Stop. Okay. I think my camera fell. The cord. Don't do that, little camera. Yeah, it's killing. It's fucking. I'm just watching everything stutter. Is my stream okay? I read about the whole the puppy dog eyes being evolved just for humans. So when Bonnie does that to me, I'm like, babe, that's manipulation, toxic relationship. I heard that cats did the same. Like cats developed all their meows and shit to basically manipulate and communicate with humans. I don't know how legit that is, but it feels right. Feels about right. The frames are good at this exact moment. It's because I stopped everything across the board. Like no music, no nothing. Cats do meow that has a frequency as a baby. No shit, so it grabs our attention. I mean, little kittens mewing, like that mew, that really high-pitched one, it makes my nipples ache. That shit, like, I just want to help them. To be frank, I was going to joke about the ocean loading, but then my stream started buffering. No! I mean, it's towards the end of my stream-ish. I started like a half hour late today. I'm just like, I don't want anyone missing out on chunks of the game because of frames, and Zach's dominating a really fat game. So we can just chill for a few, I guess. If the frames let me. It's so weird because we have really good internet. We have like gigabyte internet, so it shouldn't theoretically do this. It only does it when it's a really big game, and it's kind of iffy when it does it. But it does it even if I'm not streaming. The other night I was watching YouTube out here, and all of a sudden YouTube just started buffering like crazy, and it's because Zach was downloading a game. So I don't know. I think Steam in general, or just like downloading games, kind of steals all the bandwidth. Gigabyte, is that what it is? It's like the fastest you can get without having fiber. Fiber is not available here yet, but apparently it will in like 20 years. I don't know. Sometime. He can throttle his downloads. So you guys watch him, right? On Indie Saturday, he has chat pick games all day long in these little polls, and then he randomly like just downloads games all day long. So I don't think, it would kind of destroy Indie Day for him to throttle his shit. just because that's what he does all day. It's just crazy that they're not normally this big by any means. The frames are just on that section. Your FPS are not dependent on Zach downloading anything. Your stream's doing fine. That's good. I think it's lit. Yeah, I think you're right. I always feel a little too blessed when people talk about internet and mention they don't have fiber yet. Yeah. It's a, well, if you look, I was actually recently looking at like the map of the US, like where the US has the best internet, and it's just overwhelmingly the coasts. The middle, like where I am in Colorado, it's all just kind of crap here. It's not great internet. So even if you have like the best there is to offer, it's not great. I mean, it's okay, but it's not great. Like even if we're just watching a movie in bed sometimes on HBO, it'll just start to buffer, or Netflix, it'll get all pixely and we have to like restart the browser. It just happens randomly all day long. I think it's just living in the mountains. It sucks. Hold on. I'm just gonna save the game because I don't want it to fuck while we're doing this, and it's fucking on me. I can see it buffering all over the place while I'm playing it, which is really weird. Hate that. Hate buffering. Shit pisses me off. But I just wanted to close everything so nothing's pulling anything from anywhere. I don't know. Just don't want it to fuck up. It annoys me. I'm in the KC Metro, one of the 3 places Google Fiber decided to try out their service. Oh, lucky you. Dude, the screen is so white. Ow. Who does this? Who lives in non-dark mode? Y'all are sick if you're doing this to yourself. You know you don't have to. Did you know that you don't have to? See, now my browser on my gaming computer is even not loading. That is so annoying. Expensive meaning 60 pounds. We pay 30 pounds something now, which I see. But I see people in the US talk about paying $100 phone bills, which is wild to me. My mom pays almost $500 a month for phones and internet combined because it's like she doesn't get internet out to her house. She has to have these little Verizon pods. But it's very normal to hear of someone that, like, if you have a family, to be paying over $200 on a phone bill. Very. And for internet, I mean, the last time I had like Comcast and I had to get like the best they had, like the gigabyte or whatever it is, because I was streaming, it was over $100 a month just for me, just me. I can't remember what it was, but I know it was over $100. It's crazy. Yeah, and the tragedy of it is that they have a monopoly. Like the majority of places in the US, especially if you're not on a coast, you don't have a choice in what you're offered. Like we don't have a choice in our internet provider. We have Quest or something like I can't even remember what it's called. I think it's owned by not Time Warner. Is it Time Warner that owns Comcast, or Comcast owns Time Warner? I think it's in that bundle, but it sucks. Hello, Viata, how are you? My frames just got all fucky, so we're just sitting and chatting because Zach's downloading a huge game. How are you? Google Fiber tried to come to Louisville and Spectrum made it impossible. That is so fucking stupid. That should be illegal. I recently got an iPhone 13 deal with O2. What's O2? What is that? Oxygen? 307 pounds off the headset. No upfront cost. That's really nice. 13 pounds off the monthly, so $33 a month. That's amazing. Pounds a month for 100 gigabytes data. Who the fuck's gonna use that much? Unlimited text, unlimited minutes. That's amazing. That's basically like, is like AT&T. Okay, yeah. I have Google Fiber, or not Google Fiber. What is it? Google Fi, which is essentially the same. We basically, if you're on Wi-Fi all the time, our bill is like $30 a month. Every time you go off Wi-Fi, it's like $10 a gig. But the most my phone bill can ever be is like $60. And I can go anywhere in the world, which is really, really nice. That's my favorite. As a person who travels, and especially like my parents live on the Canadian border, so we go up to Canada a lot, just like for dinner, casually. And if you don't have international, you have to like turn your phone off and fucking run from roaming, shit like that. That freedom is really nice. Like the first time I had Google Fi and I traveled, I think I went to Thailand. I think was the first time when I had Google Fi, and it was so nice to not stress about being able to use my phone to find out where I am. Like if I was lost, or if I was just trying to find an address for something or whatever. That comfort was really nice. Because I don't bring my laptop places, and when you go places like Thailand and kind of in the hills of Italy, even like more rural places when you travel, there's not Wi-Fi. They don't offer Wi-Fi. That's not like a general thing in most of the world outside of the US, I've noticed. So it's very, very nice to have that resource just to be safe, just to be safer. Like to be able to like text my group I'm with if they have Google Fi, or if they have usually people buy some sort of travel plan where they can text wherever they are when they're abroad. That freedom to be able to find them is so nice. and just an extra, like, blanket of comfort when you're traveling is nice. I really love that. A lot of states, it's pretty much 2 providers, a traditional telecom and a traditional cable company. No matter who you buy from, they get it resold from those 2 companies. Exactly. Which is, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, that's why Texas got hella fucked, right? Because everything is, like, private within Texas. I love my unlimited plan with T-Mobile. The only reason I have a bill over 100 is the basic data plan for my tablet. 100%, like, I totally get it. My mom, where her and my dad live, they don't live far. They're, like, 20 minutes away from a Hagen, if you know what Hagen's grocery store is. It's a Pacific Northwest thing. But where they live on a lake, there's no internet, like, grounded out there. Like, there just doesn't exist. Across the lake from them, everybody has internet, but for some reason, their house doesn't. So on top of, paying for 3 iPhones on Verizon or whatever, my mom has to get these little pods that she puts in various places in the house, and those emanate Wi-Fi so she can get Wi-Fi on her computers and shit like that, because other than that, otherwise she wouldn't have internet. So that's why hers is very expensive. And I know at a certain point it was around $300 when all the kids were home and she was paying for our phone bills. It was crazy. Crazy. I mean, but how do you live without one anywhere anymore? Nice to have smooth screen. At least they get a discount on their water bill. Wait, a smooth screen? What was why did your other screen have braille? What was wrong with your other screen? At least they get a discount on their water bill. Jesus Christ. I've heard T-Mobile's honestly awesome. I have a couple friends who have worked for them for many, many years now. T-Mobile's up there in one of the top providers these days. Like, because I think T-Mobile can use more than just T-Mobile towers. Correct me if I'm wrong. Especially if you're making payments on the phone, it's hard to stay under $100 for a single line through a major carrier. Exactly. And like many times I've had to emergently buy a new phone because I've like a patient puked on my phone or something and it wasn't working. And not everybody has, especially if like it's disgusting. You look at an iPhone these days, they're like $1,000, right? I don't have an iPhone anymore. I also like Lizzie, I got like crazy rebates on this phone, so I got it practically for free. Um, but no one has like that much money just casually sitting around waiting to burn it on a new phone. You know what I mean? And so a lot of people have to do the payment plan. I've done it many times before. I try to pay it off as soon as possible. Like I don't ever do minimum payments or anything like that. But nobody has that. What's the word? Like disposable cash just sitting around. Like not a lot of us. These days, even the homeless have free Wi-Fi because they need it. I honestly think internet should be a utility at this point. It's kind of ridiculous that it's not. It's ridiculous that there are well-populated areas of the world. Like where my mom lives, she has neighbors within 12 feet of her that don't have internet. That's fucking weird. Except when you go camp down in the valley with no service. But does anyone have service there? That's a good question. T-Mobile makes bank by leasing out their towers. Mint Mobile and Ryan Reynolds cell phone company piggybacks on T-Mobile network of towers. So does Google Fi. Google Fi piggybacks on all the towers. That's another kind of cool thing about having Google Fi. My friend who works at T-Mobile actually taught me this trick. So if you have Google Fi or you have T-Mobile or any of these phones that use different towers, they can use towers other than just their own. And you find that you have no service, do that little pull down screen on your phone and put it in airplane mode for like 30 seconds and then take it off of airplane mode and your phone will pick up the closest, least used tower to give you the best possible service ever, but it won't do it automatically just by like, walking towards that tower. You kind of have to like turn your phone on and turn it off again. But airplane mode for 30 seconds, it works. I've done it all over the world. It works flawlessly. Like seriously, I'll have one bar, airplane mode, go back on in 30 seconds. All of a sudden, I've got 4 bars. It's wild. And it's because I know Google Fi for a fact. I don't know about other carriers, but Google Fi has a contract with all the carriers' towers. So Google can use any tower. So like say I'm using a T-Mobile tower and I have shitty reception because I'm in a city and everyone's on that one and T-Mobile's really big there. I can go in airplane mode for 30 seconds and pop off and my phone might, if there's a better tower nearby that's less used, jump on an AT&T tower or a Verizon tower or whatever. I very much enjoy Google Fi. It's nice. I'm not trying to pimp it, but if you are paying astronomical prices for a phone bill that you don't need to, Google Fi is pretty nice. Seriously. Especially if you're always on Wi-Fi, like me, like I work from home, live from home. If I go anywhere for an extended period of time, usually there's some sort of Wi-Fi there. If you're on Wi-Fi all the time, your phone bill is going to be $30 a month. It's crazy. Oh my god, whenever I think of T-Mobile, I think of that, spinny phone. What was that phone? It was like a little brick that you would spin the screen open. Everybody that had T-Mobile had that phone specifically. I can't remember what it was called. The Sidekick. Yes, I was so jealous. I always wanted a Sidekick, but I think it was T-Mobile specific for a long time. You can also use the airplane mode trick when your data randomly decides to take a shit on you. No shit. That's awesome. I didn't know that part. I learned it years ago because where I lived, when I lived with this guy who worked for T-Mobile, we lived right on the Canadian border. I went to school like 20 minutes from Canada, went to college, and if you're driving along the border, even if you're not going into Canada, you could be driving, 20 minutes from the border of Canada. Your phone, if roaming's possible, which back in the day you couldn't turn roaming off, there wasn't like all these settings and shit. Your phone, I remember it would be Rogers. If anybody in Canada remembers Rogers or if Rogers still exists, all like my phone, I could watch the little symbol in the top be like AT&T Rogers constantly, and then you'd get a phone bill for literally $1,000 because your phone would charge like I'm not shitting you. I remember one time I went into BC and we got lost because it's crazy. These huge bridges to get in and out of the city sometimes are a little insane for people that don't live there. Sorry, I'm ignorant. So we were like, all right, we're going to turn our phone on real quick, take a picture of the map of the city, and then to see where we are. And literally, we had the phone on for a total of 10 seconds, and it was a $75 bill for whatever data it used in BC. This was way back when there weren't international plans or anything like that, but that would happen constantly all the time. And so we learned that if your phone was like flopping between Rogers and your provider constantly, go do that airplane mode trick and it will like settle it out for a minute. It's real weird. It's airplane mode is kind of a miraculous. Also, yeah, put airplane mode if you need to charge it. Oh, my phone's listening to me. Stop. Don't listen to me. Go away. Yeah, your phone like I think another way if you don't want to put it in airplane mode, like you need to be able to receive a call or something while you're charging your phone. Another thing is just put it on what is it, like low energy mode or energy saver mode, which essentially means that none of those apps that are on in the background will be refreshing unless you purposefully open one. Versus if it's not on energy saver, then all day, even if you haven't opened an app, like if you close all those apps, there's a ton of apps on your phone that are just constantly refreshing themselves and updating in the background, and that uses battery all day long. So like I keep my phone on battery saver all the time, 24/7, because I don't care if the app's updating in the background. Like I only want it to update if I'm opening the app. Battery saver, I think so too. Let me look at mine. Mine's is this Samsung? It's a what is that? Android? Mine's an Android. I never remember. Power saving. So if you do your little drop down, mine's right there. And it says power saving and it's got the little battery with a little triangle in it. I have it on all the time. Cuz why? I don't need all these apps back. Like I don't have none of my apps even are allowed to have like little notification bubbles on them at all. I check them. Like I'm here unless it's like a messaging app like Discord or something. But I don't want my Geico app giving me shit like that. Like I'll fucking check it. I'm good. Low power is on iPhone. That's good to know. I think Zeke started playing the game now because his game category is proclaiming he's Messiah. Either that or you're going to have a very interesting Christmas. Oh, I really hope he's Messiah. I really hope so. I just spent the last 20 minutes looking for my bag with all my makeup. Did you find it? My bill's €12 a month, unlimited calls, texts, and 4 gigabytes of data. Brag about it, bitch. Brag about it. We should be 5 gigabytes next year. Brag about it. Must be nice not to be American. Dude, these are pretty well, I got it practically for free. That's what I was saying. Like I would never I don't think I've ever spent $1,000 a phone. I just look for the phones that have big rebates and I had a Google Pixel. I had like one of the very first Google Pixels before this and it was a great phone, but something happened to it. I can't remember what happened to it. And it broke. Was that the one that got puked on by a patient? I don't remember. And so literally I just looked for a phone with a rebate and this is like the third iteration, I think, of the foldy phone. I don't fucking know. I think there's a fourth one now, but I really like them. A lot of people can't stand it because hold on, let me turn the screen off. There is like a foldy divot. Oh, reflection's nice. There's a little divot right there where it folds in the screen. So if you're like scrolling, I guess you might notice it. I don't fucking notice it at all. Since day one, I've never noticed it because my thumb doesn't scroll that high. Like the fold is right there and this is me scrolling. You know what I'm saying? It's never bothered me. I don't know, but to some people, I just like it because women's clothing doesn't come with pockets, and this is so much easier to tuck in a tit. And I kind of I have a weird thing now. I feel bad for people whose phones don't fold because I'm like, your shit's just out all the time. Like that screen is just out all the time. which I totally have had the non-foldy phones for many years. But now that I have a foldy phone, I'm like, how do you handle that screen being out all the time? It's weird. Oh, good. I'm glad you found it. Makeup's expensive. Is Galaxy Fold the one that folds out? There. So the fold, I have the, ouch, I have the flip. So the flip does, it folds, it just comes out to be like a phone. The fold looks like this and then like opens like a book. So the fold is bigger and more expensive. The fold like becomes kind of like a mini iPad or something in your hand, whereas the flip is for those of us who are old and had a razor. You know what I'm saying? God's pocket. I don't know. I actually have 2 pockets today. That's a lie. I have 2. Look at me go. It's real. I had a dream I was from New Zealand. That would have been better than both America and Britain. I feel like America and Britain are just, they're like one-uppers in a bar. You know what I mean? Like those 2 old men at the bar that are like, you think that was bad? My wife didn't just bite my dick off. She fried it up and fed it to me for breakfast. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, hold my beer back and forth forever. I don't get it. We need to stop, is what I'm saying. My phone case doubles as a wallet and covers my phone. I love it. My sister has one like that, actually. I have one of those little Ridge wallets because Zach got sponsored by them ages ago, so I use that. It works really well, actually. Is it really, really big? How, like, comparatively to this, how big is it? Because I've never seen a fold in person. I get out of here. I ordered this one, like, Google Fi's, everything's online. Is it like this phone doubled, or is it even bigger? I had the Nokia silver phone that you could like rotate. I always wanted a rotating phone. I never had one. Just wasn't in the cards for me to have a rotating phone. Oh my God, music, no. I thought that was going to be so loud in my ears and your ears. That was going to be terrible. Help and Helena, my love, how are you? Thank you so much for subbing to the class, keeping the class alive, and giving me these things for 22 fucking months in a row. Holy shit. How are you, my love? How is the PC? Is it wonderful? Is it a little less than double? No shit. So it's not, I mean, for a phone, that seems excessive. Can you answer it without unfolding it? Or do they have to, like, hold the book to their face? Like, that. You know what I'm saying? I don't have my iPad, but it'd be like an iPad to the ear. It does work when folded. Okay, I was gonna say, that seems... Because mine even, the flip, I guess, it has the cute little screen. So you don't have to open your phone. You can, like, go through and change your music or answer the phone, texts, whatever, when it's small, which is nice. I don't often do that, but if you needed to, I don't know. That's nice. I like the little screen on it, but I miss the foldy phones too. I just like the size of it better. I still want a full-size phone, but I don't want to walk around with the Cricket. Like, hello? It's a 21 by 9, and then it's double that when it's open. Damn, that's a big phone. I have to have a card holder on my phone because I used to just shove my ID and card in the back of my phone case anyways, and oh my God, how many times have you lost? I swear to God, at a certain point, the bank wanted to drop me because I was losing my debit card so often because I never wanted to carry a purse, ever. I still don't carry a purse to this day. I have a tiny backpack. Still cheating, but I fucking hate purses so much that I would take my debit card and my ID out, shove them in my back pocket, and then go about my day, and they would fall out all the fucking time. And I would rip my car apart looking for them, search everywhere, call my bank and cancel them, and find them immediately afterwards, of course. Of fucking course. I've missed you as well. I've been okay. I've had a migraine yesterday. So last night I took sleepy meds. So today I'm like a mix of the sleepy meds hangover and the hangover from the migraine. But we got to play a little bit of Stray, which was fun. We'll try to finish it tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Sunday? Yeah. Because tomorrow we shouldn't be having games downloaded. Oh, no shit. It's kind of annoying because a lot of apps aren't optimized for the widescreen thing, so they break all the time. What other phone does that? I imagine it's like, I know I have the Instagram app on my iPad, but when you open it on iPad, you feel like you're doing something wrong. It looks wrong. I'd be afraid to have one of the wallet phone cases. I'd be afraid of losing my phone and someone charging $1,000 in my card when they find it. Jesus Christ. That's terrifying. I mean, they could do the same if they found your wallet, though, right? I guess you don't take your wallet out as much as your phone, theoretically. The Pixel is great. It's awesome. I really like my Pixel. I really like this one. I'm not one of those people that's like very much into using a phone all the time. I have bad eyes, and the screen is small. Anything that I can do on my PC or my iPad, I will do it there as opposed to my phone. So I don't have any like funsy apps on my phone. My phone's basically like a business tool. Call family, like that's about as far as I go with my phone. Oh, Helena, if you haven't played Stray, it is so fucking amazingly beautiful. Holy shit, it's so fun. It's just gorgeous. I can't say it. I want to live in it. Like it feels alive. The world they've created for such a short story is so fucking beautiful. Like I've spent days in it. I guess you can finish it in like 3 hours. This is probably our 4th day playing it. I take my fucking time. It's just so pretty. Like I wouldn't be mad to play the game forever. I really like it. I keep my ID and my debit card on me at all times. I do too, but I have it in like a Ridge wallet in my tiny backpack. Oh, definitely, Helena. Oh my god, yes. Yes. Stray is so hard a wish list. Oh yeah, it is. It's like everyone of course, I've seen the guys talk about it on like drop frames and stuff, and they make jokes about it and they're like, oh, that fucking cat game. And I just want to punch them in the face so hard. Because yes, you play as a cat, but that is such a small part of it. It's got so much. It's one of those games where like I guess you get what you put into it. You know what I mean? So when you search and you look for the little bits of lore and the little bits of good stuff here and there, and you talk to every character, and you look for the extra, like the Easter egg stuff, it creates a beautifully sad, tragic story. I'm not even done with it. I've cried a couple times. It's really well done. Um, It's really good, and you get to be a cute cat, and you get to meow at all the things. Like, how do you go wrong with that? High on Life looks really good. I have so many fucking games on my wish list right now. It's insane. Like my wish list on Steam is essentially just to remind me of games I'm looking at that haven't come out yet, or I'm waiting for games to go on sale because I never buy something full price because I am a cheapskate. But damn, it's an immersive story experience. That's a really, really good way of putting it. Yes, it's an immersive story experience. I know you can speedrun it in a couple minutes. Like you don't have to do any of the lore. It's not like linear gameplay. I feel like there's a dog here on my face. It's not linear gameplay in that you have to do this to unlock this. I think you could there's a few set things you have to do, like little missions that unlock the next thing. But other than that, you could fly through it pretty darn fast. Imagining a guy taking off with my debit card, putting it in the card machine and seeing I know, same though. Imagine someone going through all the effort to steal my purse and just getting that card denied. I mean, I kind of am the same. Like I try not to badmouth games. I'll tell you my honest opinion of a game if I played it all the way through. But games are like books in that you get the experience you want out of them. And I think it's subjective as to what you like. Like some of the most popular games that exist today, I am not into at all. Just not my thing. I've been highly addicted to other games like Hades. I have so many hours in Hades, it's mildly shameful. But you know what I mean? That's not like I've still never played Fortnite. I played what was that? Overwatch. I played Overwatch a little bit, backed out, didn't really feel it, but I had friends that would play every fucking day, every single night after work. They couldn't not play that game. No shade. I love when I'm addicted to a game like that, but I didn't get it. Oh my god, I'm so excited for the new Pharaoh. Ugh. Best thing I can say with Stray is take your fucking time the first time and just explore. 100% agree. I'm not even done with it. I would agree. Explore every nook and cranny. If it doesn't look like something, it probably is. Like, go there. Go there. You know what I'm saying? My HB and I only carry and use credit cards for protection and just pay them off. That's what I do with like online shopping and stuff because I have had my debit card numbers stolen from I was shot. I bought my school books online when I was in college, and someone in Singapore decided to try to use my card. That was great. But yeah, that's actually using credit cards if you have them and paying them off immediately, not letting them roll over into interest is a great way to, because if someone steals your credit card number and charges it up, the bank is much more likely to do a lot more to try to get that money back and find that person because that's their money stolen, not yours. Whereas if it's your debit card, it's like someone taking cash out of your back pocket. The bank doesn't lose. They don't give a fuck. So they're much less likely to do anything. So I just that's how I do it too. I learned that very young that was a much smarter way to shop, especially when it comes to online shopping. Anywhere where your card numbers can be, fished. Ooh, cool news. I'm gonna meet Jamie Campbell Bower, and I'm gonna try hard not to sing Joanna. Oh my god. Good luck. All the fucking luck in the world, because that sounds like a hellscape. I played literally one match of Fortnite and F this garbage. I watched a couple matches of it, and honestly, it just didn't look like something I'd be into because of the building. I really like battle royales. I really was into them when they first started coming out. Like, you remember I used to play like DayZ. Not that that's a battle royale, but just hunt people. Shooter games are fun, and I was decent at them. But Fortnite, it's so fast paced, and the building that goes into it and shit like that. I was like, nah, dude, this just seems fucking stressful. This seems stressful. Zero builds is neat if you're really anti-building. I'm actually not. I love building in games. I just wish it was more of like a building game and less of a people are gonna hunt me while I build game. I really love builders, actually. I think it was just the mix of it. I would have gotten stressed out. I don't know. Just not my style. They're cool though. I mean, to each their own. I don't know about this whole like suing parents or suing the makers for kids getting addicted to a game. Seems, you know what I'm saying? Like, is Budweiser getting sued or Marlboro? There are a lot of addictive substances in this world. I don't know about suing a game developer for making a game kids like. Seems a far stretch to me. But that's just me. Sweeney Todd's one of the few musicals. I love Sweeney Todd. I like musicals, though. Save the World or whatever they call it now. Is that what it's called? Oh, that was the original story. Oh, no shit. I had no idea. I absolutely don't build in high-stress situations. I only build stairs to get over things. That's what I could see. Literally, that's usually what I see when friends of mine play the game, is stairs and walls just to get the fuck away from somebody as fast as possible. Kids, I mean, people get addicted to things. We could be even more general than that. Human beings have addictive behavior. If something releases the right happy chemicals, we will go back to that thing, i.e. eating, drugs, sex. People get addicted to shit all the time. Like, I don't understand. I mean, I'm not a parent, so this is obviously a completely obscure opinion that means nothing to anyone ever. But, you know, you do have to take a little responsibility for what is your kid's doing, I think. Yeah? Am I off base on that? Just a little bit? Like, the kid didn't buy the computer or the system to play games, and the kid didn't buy the game. I don't know. When I was a kid and we did something bad, my parents would fucking take it away. Not that that's perfect, but it seems a weird way to go about, like, my kid is addicted to a video game, like, so remove it. I don't know. They're your kids still, like, is that just me? Did I come from, like, a different era where my parents were mean or something? I don't know. Spent over $4,000 on Fortnite. For what? What are they buying in Fortnite? Skins? God, that music got loud. I apologize. That's fucking insane. I love Repo the Genetic Opera. That's so fucking good. I just saw it for the first time, like, last year. I saw an article a week or so ago. Some lady was suing Kraft because the microwave mac and cheese took longer than the box said. Go fuck off. Are you kidding? Talk about being an entitled bitch. If a game was specifically marketing a gambling activity for kids in a game, then that's different. I mean, it's also anti-gambling in the wider capitalist sense in general, but in terms of real world right now, legal sense, 100%. Yes. But even then, are parents not capable of removing the addictive thing? If they're kids, you know? Like, I understand that kids at a certain point are going to do whatever they want to do, but, like, when they're little, I just assume, again, not a parent and not trying to judge. There's an element of parenting responsible for the way kids are with games, but there's something heinous about the tactics they use to keep people playing. Oh, 100%. That's the world, though, right? I mean, not that I'm justifying it anyway. It doesn't make it right, but I think everything, like, we talk about that in terms of ads. Like, I get really pissed when ads run constantly. I'm still qualming whether or not I should back out of the whole ads thing because they drive me crazy. And we've all, like, joked, like, have you ever seen an ad on Twitch and been like, oh, I love that thing. I'm going to click it. Sure glad I got that ad for it. Probably not. Probably. But what I learned from people in chat that are, like, marketing people is that it's all about the product placement. getting it stuck in your head. So when you go to the grocery store, you may have never used Charmin before, but you've seen the ad for Charmin so many times that your brain thinks, oh yeah, everybody uses Charmin. That's a trusting brand. I'm going to get Charmin. It's all kind of nefarious. Like the whole capitalist system is built to be kind of fucked that way. Again, not justifying it in any way, but it's fucked. Like, I don't know how you beat that system. I heard exactly, Mars, and that's the other thing. Like, again, not trying to judge parenting. I have friends that I've just seen personally do this, where screens are the babysitter for their children. Like, they'll go in the other room and just get encapsulated with enamored with their iPad, and the parents will be like, "Oh yeah, we can go to the store real quick. They've got their iPad. They're fine. They're gonna be checked out for 3 hours." And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not here to judge. Parent how you want to judge. All parents are just people doing their best. Parents are, if you're a parent, you're gonna fuck up no matter what. All parents are gonna fuck up. You're just a human doing the best you possibly can. But as a human yourself, you know your parents fucked you up. We're all fucked up. I ain't judging. It's gonna happen one way or another. But that's a weird way to go about it. People will sue over literally anything nowadays, especially in America. Holy shit. We become such a litigious litigious society, I like that word, that people in general think of lawsuits and settlements as their fast track to a comfortable life. I hate it. I hate that. Or as a primary means of income, it's obscene. I 100% understand. I have an aunt who does that. I have an aunt, and she has a kid, and they both have literally milked, like, get a job and get hurt in 3 days and sue and live off of the settlement for a couple years. Get a job, hurt yourself in 3 days, sue, live off the settlement for a few years. I have a couple relatives that I've watched do that for years. No, I'm not in contact with them in any way, shape, or form. But when I was younger, you just watch that and you're like, oh, that's a way to live, I guess. Late stage capitalism is just evil. They don't care who pays the 4K or who suffers from that payment. All they care is that they got it. Exactly. I hate Twitter, but I have to admit that targeted ads are sometimes spot on. Never saw a YouTube or Twitch ad that was anything I ever bought. 100%. That's me with Instagram. I don't know what it is. Instagram has nailed me on ads a few times, and it's never something like, I'm not saying it's something totally bizarre I've never thought of before that I'm like, oh, I'm going to waste my money on that. It's usually like, I've already been searching for like winter boots on Google, and suddenly there's an ad on Instagram for like a really cute pair of winter boots that are perfect from a brand I never would have found on my own because they're kind of obscure, small scale brands, like privately owned businesses across the US. They've slammed me on a couple like that, absolutely. But like YouTube ads and Twitch ads are a totally different thing because they're video that interrupts the content. Whereas Instagram, you can just scroll right the fuck past it. You know what I mean? Members Mark toilet paper, dude. There's a toilet paper and a paper towel brand here in Colorado. Look, maybe it's just locally to Denver. I don't know. I'm trying to think. It's like called Vive or something like that. It's like kind of a knockoff like Mexican brand, but it's the best I've ever used. Toilet paper doesn't shred in your poos, which is real fucking nice. And the paper towels are phenomenal. And you can get them so they rip in smaller chunks, so you don't have to get like a huge paper towel. But they're way cheaper. I'll be 39 years old next month. My parents just took things away. That was us too. You lost. I mean, if you weren't responsible enough to use a privilege responsibly, you got that privilege taken away. I feel like it's hard to compare millennials' parents versus today's parents because everything's 100. You can never. I couldn't, and that's the thing. Like, I would never compare parenting styles because, like you said, the world is different. Parenting a child today the way I was parented isn't gonna work. Like, unless you're Amish borderline, you know what I mean? Never. You could never do that. 100%. The world is way too fucking different. I would never want one of the myriad of reasons I'm not a parent and don't want to be a parent is the obstacle of social media and parenting around social media. I have no fucking idea, and I am social media. No idea. There's no feasible way to watch your child 24/7. And at a certain point, you have to trust you have to like, my assumption again, not a parent, but like you teach your child how to develop their own boundaries, and then you hope to fuck that they imply them, and you have to trust them to at a certain point because you can't hover and like control and puppet your child forever. It's impossible. At a certain point, they become quite annoyingly independent, and they start forming their own fucking thoughts and doing whatever the fuck they want. And if they're like me, they'll do everything the opposite of what you ever tell them because they're assholes. Like, I could not fathom parenting around this world right now. It's astronomically scary, and especially if your child was trans or queer, I have like, in some states, your child is a fucking felony, and that is like, how? I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not jealous of that life, but I wish you all the fucking luck in the world. 'Cause wow. You're grounded. Now go to your room with free Wi-Fi and PC and console games. I've thought about that before. Like, how do you ground a kid anymore? Even when I was a kid, my mom was able to put passwords on stuff, but she would always tell them to my little sister, and we could squeeze it out of her in 2 seconds. It's because to Instagram, etc., you're one IP. So you search for something in Google on one thing, it gets sold to all the other services. So that's why Zach can do in-depth research on sounding tools, and you'll see them advertised on your phone. I'm not even kidding you. My phone's been showing me so many cock cages. I've never Googled a cock cage in my life. I know what they are. Like, I'm well aware of what a chastity belt is for a peen. But I've been getting, like, a lot of ads for cock cages. And I asked Zach about it, and I was like, do you know why this is happening? He's like, what is that? And played very dumb, but she curious. Yes, exactly, Claptimus. Yeah, the internet is the most powerful technology our species has ever created, and it's available to children with developing brains, right? And, like, I think with everything, you give your kids the tools to be responsible with it and hope to God they do it. Some kids aren't gonna. Some of us are fucking obstinate pieces of shit. It sucks, but we still end up okay most of the time. She doing great, kids. Hi, Miniman. I'm all right. How are you? We did, but I've talked about cock cages many times since I got the first ad. I got the first ad like a month ago, and that's when I started talking about them. Because I was like, it alarmed me. I just never talked about them before. Not that I'm against them. Like, I'm not here to judge. You kink you, boo-boo. As long as it's all consensual and legal. If a parent did win a suing case for their kid spending $4K on a game, it would mean that companies would have to legally prevent vulnerable spending. Didn't something happen like that with phones a while ago? Because you could do like in-app purchases without a password or something like that, and kids were charging up like thousands on their parents' phones for like little gardening games and shit like that. Didn't that happen? Caucasian. Did I talk about Caucasians? Oh God. I would love to have a way to just block all children and unblock them once they're, oh my God. I swear to God, most of the time in public, I'm very appropriate, but once in a while, I just get comfortable and I speak the way I speak. And we were in Canada recently with my parents, and I said something horrible, and a small child like peeked up over the booth behind us and just stared at me with eyes of knowledge and learning. And I was like, oh, fuck. Another one down. Oh my God, Jay, how are you, my love? Oh my God, how are you? I'm glad you can actually see me. My frames were weird. Honestly, my kids wouldn't have a chance if I had any. I keep over 2,500 people from destroying our company by accident. My kids wouldn't have a chance, but in the opposite direction. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd forget they were there. They'd be like, "Mommy, we're hungry," and be like, "Who the fuck are you? Why'd you call me mommy?" It would be a bad time. Please follow my friend Jay Britton. Awesome streamer. Hilarious human being. I'm banging Hecate. Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm bagging the fucking God of War, so I win. Do I? No. Fuck you. I've cried so many times to that announcement and to the fact that Millie's in it. You have no idea. It's disgusting how many times I've cried. I've also put in an additional 200 hours into Hades in the past week because of that announcement. So, yay. My main solution to blocking out children is by being in like 6 mastodons that are all 18 plus. That's probably smart. I don't find myself around children often, but in public you can't really help it. Like, they're there. They're all over the place. And like, if I stub my toe, I'm gonna say fuck twat, and then look around and be like, fuck, there's a child. We're gonna ask what twat means. And it's gonna be weird. For the cock cage thing, check if you're not getting tagged for being supportive or looking into transgender issues. I found a weird AdSense stuff being non-binary, and I had to remove that shit. I wonder. I mean, I look at lingerie and kink wear, so it's not completely out of nowhere. But I am not into torturing my partner if that my partner has a penis. Like, that just seems like a bad time. I am so fucking excited for Hades 2. And I mean, I'm not gonna cry again. We're not gonna cry about it today. It's about time that I go walk my dogs before I lose sunlight. But I cried so much, and it's so weird because I noticed I don't start crying until Millie's voice comes on. And Millie was in stream hanging the other day, and I was like, Millie, I think this just means I need to see you because my body's reacting really weird to just like hearing your voice at this point. It's been too long. Like, I don't normally just cry hearing people's voices. You know what I'm saying? I went like a year and a half without seeing my family, and I'm fine. But that trailer has me in tears. It's so weird. I'm so fucking excited. I could literally jizz all over everything ever. But I must. I just have to. It's just gotta happen. Someone with 14-year-old in their bio. Oh god, I would block so fucking fast. Nothing's made me so excited for something like Hades 2 since the announcement of RTD coming back to Doctor Who. 100%. Yes. Yep. Nothing has given me more joy than, like, seriously, I am so full of happy for that game. But the cool thing is, like, Hades still isn't bad. Like, I'm still trying to 100% Hades. Nemesis and Melano brain rot has entirely consumed me. I just cannot. I'd never heard of the character Melano before in my life. And now I'm just in a bender of finding out who the fuck this person is, kind of like I did with Zagreus. I'm well aware of Hecate, though. Bitch with the black dogs. Are you kidding me? Oh, I'm gonna get so many cock cages all over the place. But I'm expecting it. Like, now it makes sense. But the first time I was like, wait, I don't want that. It was alarming. I get that on TikTok. If someone pops up and I can't immediately identify them as over like 20 instant block, 100% same. Yep. Any of that. Like, if they immediately, even if you're just playing, cutesy, tiny, but you're 20, nope, I'm out. Nope, can't go there. No, I don't even want it. I don't want any of it. And now I get to play Pyre. Pyre is the next on our list. Pyre, and there was one other game I have on the list, but Pyre is on the next on our list after Stray. I am so fucking excited. I have been putting off. So if you guys are unfamiliar with Supergiant Games,
I love poo.
Same. Thank you for subbing to my YouTube. Supergiant Games is the creator, the studio that makes Hades and Pyre and Bastion and Transistor. Did I get them all? Did I miss one? And now Hades 2. They are fucking phenomenal. Everything they do is in-house, which is just crazy. And I bought them all ages ago because I played... Bastion was the first one. I was like, before I even beat the game, I was like, I need every game from this studio ever. So I bought them all on some sale, like bundle price, and well worth it. Every game is different and equally as beautiful, and just, I don't have enough words in my vocabulary to express my fondness for Supergiant Games. I cannot. They're the best. And I have Pyre, I never played because I was like, if I play Pyre, I have nothing else to look forward to because they haven't announced a new game yet. Now they've announced a new game, I can fucking play Pyre, and I'm so excited! Ah! I'm really excited. Every soundtrack's great. I'd have to say, like, aesthetic-wise, Transistor's probably my favorite. Hades is the best in terms of gameplay. Like, I've logged over 1,000 hours in that game. It's disgusting. And I still love every second of it. I'm never sad. It's so fucking good. Exactly. And they're mechanics that I haven't seen in any other game before. In any other game. I slurred my words. In any other game before. They're very unique. Just, I don't know, man. They got some great fucking brains in there. That studio is wild. Just don't let go of anyone. Don't ever let anyone go. Pay them, Supergiant. Everyone's worth it. I think that's Glut's favorite. He's been like jonesing for me to play it for ages, but I'm one of those people that saves dessert till the end, you know what I'm saying? I had to wait. I'm really excited though. Yep, I would agree 100%, except I don't know the Pyre soundtrack, but 100%. Transistor is the best. I just love the aesthetic, that like kind of corpsey green underwater vibe. Like, it's a little post-apocalyptic digital, but broken down. I don't know, dude. I just cannot with it. And the story of Transistor and like the dialogue in the background of the characters talking to you all the time. And the fact that if you're not listening really closely, you might not hear someone in the background talking to you. Oh, it's just so good. And my sister hates it. Why can't my nephew? Oh, absolutely not. I wouldn't let one of my nieces or nephews follow me on anything. The moment a family member, because most of my nieces and nephews are like middle school, elementary school. I think one's in high school now, but they're all pretty young. If they find me on social media, I block them so goddamn fast. Or one thing I learned you can do if you don't want someone to know you blocked them, like you're just trying to get family off your social medias, you can quickly block and unblock them, and it forces an unfollow. So if they go searching for you, they can refollow you. But if they just forgot they followed you and they're just waiting to see shit of yours pop up, they'll never see it because that block unblock does a force unfollow. I'm sure there's another way, but if you're just, we need privacy. Privacy is important. We all have a fake Facebook that we update once a year to make sure everyone knows we're alive. And then beyond that, this is my private time. Get the fuck out. The fact that Supergiant aren't arrogant about their own games and they're so open to criticism, 2 years of beta testing from fans made Hades so seamless. And you could just tell every little thing is filled in, every pothole, every seam, 100%. 100%. And they still are so sickly modest. I agree. And I think that's where the beauty comes from. I don't know. They have no sense of arrogance, so they keep putting their all into it. Potionomics, that's been popping up on my Steam a lot. Is that pretty fun? Is it really? I'm going to write that down. Hold on. It's been popping up as a suggestion on my Steam a lot lately, and I've just been like, oh, that's cute. I think I put it on my wish list just to like watch it go on sale or something. Oh, there's my pencil. Hey, pal. Thank you, Sales. I know. I got to find someone cool to raid. Potion. Boom. All right. I'll be back tomorrow, and we will hopefully be able to finish straight. We will be able to finish straight because tomorrow Zach has drop frames, so he should not, by all means, be fucking downloading anything. So it shouldn't be able to stop anything. I mean, we're gonna play more Stray. I'm not gonna promise I'm gonna finish it because I take my sweet time and I just really like to walk around and do nothing in it. However, we're gonna play more tomorrow, and I'm excited. Hopefully, I don't have I won't have a migraine. I'm not going to have a migraine. I will not have one tomorrow. We all know that. It's not going to happen. Hail,
Hail the Dank Lord. It's not fucking happening.
Never. Supergiant loves what they do, and it shows. They want to make good stuff and not just make money. You can feel it. You can fucking feel it in the games. They're so unique. And I think one of the coolest things about them that's very unique is none of the games feel like what's the word? None of the games feel like they're coattailing off any of the previous games. They're so unique and different. They're not like taking a mechanic from any of the previous games and being like, oh, people really like this. It'll sell them on the next game. They just want to throw interactable art at you. Music, visuals, everything. And the music, all the games. I don't know if I could pick a favorite music from any of the games. I really can't because I haven't played Pyre yet, but you know what I mean? Like, that would be so hard for me to do that. I don't know. Ugh, that's so true, though. Aw, Theory, thank you for hanging out. I'll be back tomorrow morning. I won't take sleepy medicine tonight, so I won't be like, all day. I don't know why. I've always gotten crazy hungover by that. Oh my God, I was just going to raid Domestic Dan. You fucking read my mind. My friend Domestic Dan, whose birthday was yesterday, just went live on a stream, so we're going to raid him. And you guys are all going to wish him happy birthday, just like I sing you guys happy birthday. He's continuing building his very first Lego set ever in his life, which I just previously did on my stream. And let me tell you, I cannot wait to be able to afford more Legos. I am so fucking excited to build more Lego on stream. Domestic Dan, you guys know, if you're new to my stream and you don't know Domestic Dan, I'm about to show you one of your new favorite people in the entire world. But if you're not new, he's one of my oldest, dearest friends ever from Twitch and IRL. Please go be awesome to him. He deserves the awesome. You built a Lego bonsai? Oh my God. Was it difficult? Oh, I miss doing Lego. They're just so expensive and it's Christmas season, so I try not to buy myself anything. Unless it's necessary. Terrible. All right. Peace, bitches. I love you.